Wiase nyina bakosam eba wiase bambo ye biribi ema America fo hu se da bi so unjeja mo ho a asem be fa mo ase eni to mu mia bambo mu ye pa na nya sem kuma kura se ye be kai ya mia hodo bebre enam sa asem ni ntino bitumi akasa America fo tie nkrofo so atua na enya agorokura enti ene eyase dakase e de ma wiase nyina ne titiriw ene America man no na eye dakase ma wiase nyina ne oman Ghana sanse Nyankopon e de yenkwa ache yen enti abetina ha eye critical issue ana ye de hihye so ne ye bedi nkoma hodo bebre e de afa woman ne kankro ene ne mpuntu ho na ba ko e be ka ho asem pa e de ekoso e wo gidi man mu no na gidi man mu de no ye hwe kwan se ye nua bi a wo ho no ye ne no ebetumi edi nkomo na de ekoso wo ho no omaye hu oyokani Ganani nti ono beka twi na yetumi ati de okana se yi pa na ye twen se yensa betumi aka na no achi nso no ensama do bebre wo ho a ene ye bedi ho enkomo na enkomodie no bi ene se ye ka omanyin puntu a enema be ne betumi de aboma ma na tumi akoranim ayase bisa emu odu ase nyina yetumi dwune ho yi pa CDD at the survey by say about 62% of Ghanaians the near regime ewa aban mu say obetumi kwenti akatase hye ene proye 62%. Na yene abenfo a womo nimdie ewo katahye ne proye kumu woma ben ewo dwumedi ahodo atisie mu ene bedi nkomo enya manyosem anase bia politics and partisan politics and womba beye omo be kan say the city do or die kan man pani John Bahama na sama wo kan ye do or die nsem sebi no eno so ye bedi nkomo so amafo na gina no asi bone ana so say eye bribi ase ye fa na nebresem na do or die no kra no ase ye kire sen ye bedi sasam no so ho nkomo na gini for the kan ye no nsunsu aso betumi nya ewa bibiman so esase labere man pani crisis ne nsu nugujam wase me ni gini de bohye enti se manhwe ya ebetumi de hawaba enti sansam no enene etitiriwa a age omomre edo mra cheye no obaka yensa amedi hu komo bidin ede Agya Kwabena na ene me kai ahwefo se de obokrata wodo bi aba na se bi asi o metifi mantem se nsu ato ama sisi e kasa yi daboya sisi no obi nko obi ma nti tamale mankarigu busunu manori murugu san krotuo ni nyina wo maka su Agya obi antumi nko sense su de su de si ato no kwan a omofa soko ho nyina no ekwan na senso na hohoro kwan de ko nti ama wo mo ho akiro mo yie papa enye asem kuma de obokrata bi ede aba na yesi sojafo bi mkrofo bi so mo sojafo omo ye fake so na omo boa na ne yebisa se so betumi a hye military uniform akwa ko hunahuna nkrofo akwaji nkrofo sika akwa enim ahodo bi awia kete ede na kire yen etumi manipa bonofo bi emfa sa akwati kwan no so enko hye ntade bi enko to nhye kuro bi so enye ne mabone bi ana yasebisa enti ye bambo ye security no etisɛn uniform ikura no omunya firi he eyasɛm ye nebrisɛm a esi ehwɛ na ye ka ho asɛm yi pa eno ene nsɛm odo bebre enene ye bedi ho komo ewo dwumadi so eno nti ye betwa ho tiawa na se ye ba ye beko Gini Dutch Velafo aye report bi wo ho omo ne amafo di nkomo ewo Gini mamu de ekoso no omo hunu ne sɛn ensema hodo omo ka ye nyina no ye bebo bi na musomatie na fe no achi ne ye nua na ye na di nkomo abiribi ebenya ne bia no ye ne no ebedi nkomo e de afa de ekoso ewo Gini mamu no etwa ho aba.
Air and land borders have reopened. Political commentators, though, believe faces from the past will dash hopes of change in a country where poverty is overwhelming despite vast mineral wealth.
These are people that we are serving in the General Lansanage government, and today they find themselves in the Alpha Conde's government, and they want to still find themselves in this Mamadi government. So I want to make a personal plea with him to be very careful, to be steadfast, to be very strong in resisting these people.
Still, Guinea's political opposition sees the coup as an opportunity for a fresh start. Much of the support for the military takeover comes from the opposition. There's a huge sense of relief here. The coup leaders have now released dozens of political detainees, and a security cordon put in place in opposition areas has been lifted. The next few days and weeks will be critical. On Wednesday, a virtual summit of the West African Regional Bloc ECOWAS is expected to lay the ground rules for the return to democracy.
We don't expect them to delay putting in place an inclusive transition government to take us out of this situation the coup leaders created, although they have corrected a situation that was not normal.
The fate of deposed President Alpha Conde isn't known. The United Nations, the African Union, and ECOWAS all want him released. Many hope Wednesday's ECOWAS summit will at least start a path back to democratic rule. But with their position consolidated for now, Guinea's new rulers may only be willing to make a few concessions. Ahmed Idris, Al Jazeera, Conakry.
ECOWAS is taking multiple steps to bring Guinea back to what it calls constitutional order. A few days after the military coup and President Alpha Conde's arrest, the West Africa bloc suspended Guinea.
La CEDEAO a décidé de suspendre la Guinée de toutes les instances de décision au niveau de la CEDEAO et demande donc que ces décisions soient endossées par l'Union africaine et les Nations unies.
ECOWAS is sending a mediation mission to Conakry to resolve the crisis and is demanding Alpha Conde's release. The situation has been tense in Guinea since the president pushed through a new constitution which allowed him to run for a third term. This has led to mass protests and the death of dozens of his opponents. The president was re-elected, but for the opposition, the vote was a sham. After the coup, the military released dozens of people arrested during the protests. And some voiced support for the soldiers. For ECOWAS, the African Union, as well as for the EU and US, this coup was a bad sign because it comes on the heels of several other recent military putches, like in Mali, where ECOWAS is also trying to restore constitutional order. There are fears that those coups could threaten West African democracies.
We yen sama hodro a esi ewo Guinea man mu a yetwa bi de akire mu na esi akase betumi akase bambo ho nsam Guinea man mu no obi asise ekonkon ho esensen ho ECOWAS ku no na Guinea edom sa ku no na ECOWAS nhyehyɛ akire se we oman na sasrafo bitu aban no gu a oman no yetwe omusan ewo eku no mu aye ECOWAS ku no mu tisi akase Guinea man no ECOWAS ku aye mampeni na nado na ye dwamtirani ene na pamfo a suspend Guinea efri ECOWAS mu na de eti aye kasa asemi nyina ne se ya na ye wo abibu akamamu na sa wo abibu o mangadem se so yenko aboju se hia na wo sensu de se wodie ho ebinu ko akasa men san fancy hu for aboju nu mpreko na ama bi so bu kran sa akasa wo ba be na so edwini bi akwakohye se basaba se koso a eya na eka amaya hodo atwa ho ahia se ahwefo beka ya ebra Liberia civil war no bae no bitimi aka so man Ghana ye hunu bi pa anye se bietuo ene mbatoto ye wa na amom no etukofo dodo no ara ene ba Ghana ha eye Budumburam refugee camp enom kokotena ye enti enforce asem no si wo Liberia mamuton no o man Ghana yesu enya ye chefa esan so mbegu ha no eye de so amayen ema sika na ye ka ye bom hu no na enye ekakuma akura ade ti say ba eye na eka bibiman ne titiru ene aman ahodo a ebimbe ho ni nyina enti ebisa say dia esi ogi ne mamu yi esusunsanso bi wo ba bi ebetumi anya sunsanso bone a ebetumi anya ewo abibiman ne titiru ene West African countries ahodo so ana aso enyina so nti asrafo yi etu sanamo no eya de esese eye kokobo edema abibre mu ato aman ahodo no akanifo obiribi ho ana nso se asrafo na ekotu sanamo no aso wamo premo ho dodo awo de no mo eye no na so wanka omo ne mampeni ntumi ntina anaso mutumi nka bibi ma bibi nye bibi na kanifo na nkasa nso ensam no eye pi eno ntie ne empanifo bi a mo hodo ene ye hodo nti omo agye omo mre ede omo mre afam yen se omo de omnim die a omo wo wo bambo emrasem ene ma hodo no omo bedom ye se de be ya ye nyina betumi akabom ne akyekyere bo man no ede duru be bia ye pesi edidu enti enne bibenkum so pe eye owura Paul Boatin eye obi a ye ka bambo eho nsem a wa bin ewo mu papapa enti so de mu kyirikyiri mu ba ode ba ne ye nso pa owura Boatin ene timi benkum so sanso ana mia me nua kuma John Darko me manyi enti me nua kuma John Darko ono oye senior law lecturer ye ka law mra wa bin wo mu papa enti o kira de o kira mra e wo gimpa bebi a wo kire la lawyer fo ne nema mra mu nsam no oye teacher ni ma me ka ne sa e wo ho mama akwa bebi jafo
yeah
we boko de me de radio se da mo sipa so se mo gibre na mo de mo bra adon ye be da mo si bebre owura Boatin ma me hya se firi so na ye hwe de asi ewo gini mamu aso wo da dwene se bisa betumi asi wo ho
na me ntia ahwefo ne atiefo me de na mu se bibisa betumi asi
akwan ba nsu ntina hu ye
se wo hwe ne na ekoso wo mani mu ye hwe ne si mali no ohawa na ekoso wo ho no ma aslafo etu aban go yi odi anim ayefre no asimi gota ensam na ekoso no na gini so de no eboboba nti se wo kaya ebra ECOWAS hia wo enkran ha no a omo invite Mali leader no am say migrant interview mo radio scracker say ni omo ye no ebema enya psychological effect ma asojafo bi omo West Africa omo so fin say eniema nkoso e wo mkromo nso beye bi because cool ye no e wo psychological effect so in the 70s na country where no hwe ne ekoso no take over no mo nso aye bi nti saa na eko ana nye na asi ekoso wo Guinea no na bi asi wo Burkina Faso open 2014 tema watala yes obesesa constitution no na wasan atranso bio no de ba ho ma timamufo no etu no so samo wodwane ekotena Africa ne ya de asa niema no asisi bebre enti no ba se Alpha Conde oba ha no mo a obetena krom ha na ote ho no na ni krom nso no na sa niema no ye de na ekoso ana sebe adwuma ameye no so ye network enti ba bi bebre wo ho no ma bibi koso a itimi nya enhom popoye se ntimi no enye me nwanwa se ne asi wo Guinea no anya de ye nwanwa kra ko na mim se bibi sa bi
o ka Burkina Faso de o ka Mali de se Mali na ne ma bi koso e masrafo no ekutu aban no gui e de port na koso Mali a wo de tutu e de port na koso Mali ɛne den de kɔ so ɛwɔ Guinea man mu nti a wogidi sɛ na na malifo yɛ no ebetumi ma Guinea fo so tumi ayi bibi etisa
adeɛ baako a asrafo hwɛ sɛbe ɔsrani bi ani hɔ no ma ɔbɛtena hɔ fiti ya no akɔfa tuo na ɔde akotu abanyagu tembia ɔmu tie ne temamufo ne ka ɛne sɛ ne aban na ɔte so no ɛhyehyɛ ne nneɛma Guinea Mali de no unse ne ku sɛ sisi a ansa na IBK eba na ɔbaaye no so nneɛma na ɔyɛ ɛne nhyehyɛe a na wɔsɛ wɔtimi yɛ ne nyinaa no na ɛyade a ne tosin nti amanfoɔ no kasa ya but still no yɛ de no ɔmfa nyɛ adwuma nti sɛ ɔhwɛ a first school ne baaye no as ɔmo form transitional team no ɔmo amfa leader na ɔkɔyɛ ku na yɛ asemi no ayɛ de anka ho nhyehyɛe a no mpɛ so ɔmo hyehyɛ ne nyinaa no actually no transitional team no kura pamo vice president no any defense na or transitional team eno na kan ho mo san be ye coup na o take over completely o hwe Burkina Faso nso a san hyehyɛ na etema Blaise Compaoré abetena konwa no so about for 27 years no person was san sama mra no no san betena so bio efi amanfo no fin so omo ho ayede ne ho afno omo enti amanfo no ayede etu atia en ka ho na ma saa ne ma no course na yen hwe Guinea die tema aye Alpha Condé enye onye neba sekuture ne tamu nyina no no opose no enti wo ko opposition a chepa wote amanyosem yie ana oyobi a onim den so because wachira de wo school apon akese mu opare ansa na oba enti tema Lassana Conte ebetena so say Lassana Conte no ye sojani odika di Cuba ansa na chire oba Lassana Conte betena so many years no opese woye de wosesa mamra no na osan atena so bio eniema na wo ya na anya Alpha Condé kaseti aye ni nyina no eno na Alpha Condé ba na opese woye Lassana Conte try ebo modern say ni political opponents including wono Alpha Condé no ocheche bebre gum emebi kura wuwi Alpha Condé say wode no kotum enti 2008 ana Lassana Conte oyede owuye no ana safo etake over Captain Musa Camara no otena konwa no so no kura na onye popular by nam senior na Lassana Conte enti na is afon kofo ana otake over no hwe say obetena konwa no so akopem tama Lassana Conte time no beso that was 2010 and wo Alpha Condé obe baaye mu transe mu nyina sene amanyosem ne ye ne na obetena konwa no so what our first term 2015 what our second term afi dia wo pese wo san esesa mamra no eniema wo kasetia ekiaye no eno na wo ye asrafo wo mo boa wo no akatuya kura wo so odema no watete so kura wo mom de wa ye de wasan tutum political opponents nso e honom no wo ye chiw ye de bia diu no wo anu mom na wo ye entitimamufo no su no omusu a asrafo nya se nam ka kiro no nya so mfiti ya no mo abaye kuo ejina economic situation ni the way principles of democracy no so wo di ye adwuma na wo mfa nya adwuma enti wo constitution na ye de ama se fa ye adwuma no as a civilian president wo say no na wono na asrafo na oman ne ye won dia no wo mo ntena wo sa eni nti na asrafo no ebetu aban ne gu ye
wo hwe sema wo kan ye ya me peke ne maba miensa bi wom de di kan de na ote so kane eya na wasore tie kane de den nti e no koda afiase no wo baaye no wo ye no abi
oye kra ma ne bro
so eduru ba bi no so no nipa na eboa wo ema obeduru ba bi a waduru no so no ye kebe se wo yi wo mo eman ede ne beba amayoni trim tumi na wo mbenya no eye minim me kan se ayomo dedodo ana efofofofo wo mu ana se eye trimude bi ana eye den ntina ade a wo kan se wo abonte wo se enye no wo ba mu a wo ye de chensa ede ne ma omko tena konwa no so ma mo yes anema
Agya Kwabena sabe me nfu obi etu ne metumi aka se e ni pesu efisi ye hu leaders a oma ba oma ku om ho sabe wo mo anya hwe ye nya ye first president Dr. Kwame Nkrumah hwe sene obre ye but ene wo busa se Kwame Nkrumah dan we kura nyi hwe so obi betumi a kire obi Tanzania Magafuli ye nim sene oba ye obre ye nim adwuma a obeye de obeye enti no eyesu se wonya dufuru pe nya ya ta frɛ no pesami nkumnya no ebi ni wabrabom na wodwune nipa ho na wo wadwen pa sɛ ya be wo be dia konwa no sɛ wo be serve amanfo sɛ ne be ya adaachi nchirima no so be ba no mo so abetoa so na wo agya wodin ho akɔfi sɛ ewiase agyapade abenya nyina on fa nkɔhwe de a enya de a wo be fum sika sɛ be won sɛ wo man ni sika ngogu abrochimem sɛ ne Africa most of the leaders no ɛyɛ no wo yare a onko sisa o man sika nko sa ho yare ewo amanone wo bra temamufo no ye de eti wo eye eniema nkitinkiti bebre no omo ya emo omo ho yehi enti na ye nipa ni su enti na ma omo eye sa
pesa me kubinya ba mu no se me nkwa menya na me nie ne sa
pepe me ne mabusua me tribe a me wo me nya tumi na omo ewo kire ni nyina me ntena won so o de yen hwe yen kra he obi wo ho ane na tuna classroom obenya political appointment he se ne nsu bantie no asesa obi create me case on the weekend bi obeko school or London no aba nti mo na wo yesa na wo ho ye hi the way bi kasa sebe na aduane die nkra wasesa no choba na nyina adidie na de o se da bi obi wo kra ho sebe ho bon no nti mo na wo yesa no na wo ho ye hi nti ye ni pesu
asoma okay na mama ka bibi ba ko bi mi mu ni din na ye nyina wo base bi aye tatena ewo baabi de du baabi kura na ye wo mu bi o zone bi mo ne ye no ananadwo ye kokoto de ya fra jack aye radio na ono nya ma ye betwe na ama na ba ye nyina ye di nti obenya tumi na se na jack ye share ya chu hu o base a chu se de me ni bibia ye o hobi o
levels don't change.
Any person
level na sesa.
Any person.
Enti on my obi na msi yo ye aha na ofiri kwa ma yure free ho. Enti na eno no. John Dark ma misa hwe eba ne se enim se constitution so na emra ene ye de hye constitution. Yes. Na se constitution ni ye adwuma yi a eboa ema mra no so tumi ye adwuma yi. Epegya mra no fi pempeso bi kompempeso bi ma mra no tumi ye adwuma ma ba bi biara befa wo mra mu bia no. Oman no mu bia no. Amamra no to be adwuma because constitution no ejana nan so enne ye to constitutional government ye to nagu wochina ya ye wasan aba wochina chi wotu agu wochina wasan aba effect ben na enya wo saa on no ne mra enne hyehyɛ so
yo minia me das me kai say President Obama I'm saying I can be 2 days or so. I'm the time or so. The last days, you know, he was doing some tours. Na occupying Chicago. As part of his speech, one of the things he said, and he said, "You bore your constitution who by now." President Obama can't say me because no nipa or dinachi a jano. Now, at your kind for those of us who practice constitutional law, when it comes to the Constitution, he said the Constitution is just but a parchment of paper, a paper cake, and you throw on his own, it's lifeless. On his own, it's nothing. A book be paper cake. Me jam Constitution occur. Make me a fact. No matter. In fact, American Constitution. The case here in ABC. Yes, American Constitution.
I say yakwa yes near the Brushu am I?
Yes, American Constitution. Of course, they've had amendments. But a dear in the Constitution, it is the belief and the desire of the people to respect it. That's all. Yeah, the who shame say a dear way near a boy who bind. Enunti ena enei we say ehwe Ghana ha e di enti na nanado mefa ne say Supreme Court ameki decision obeka say me de menti ase e di enti na Supreme Court and your constitution e ka chere say wo yi wo ministers a constitution is say madodo na in free parliament mra I didn't know say me dem mfi me nyini no odi so e die nti na nanado the constitution e ne say afibia no ko na kwaje parliament ho to me na watimi adi sika you have to go to parliament to get approval to spend e die nti no wayesa. Now, the moment you keep doing what the Constitution requires you to do, you build respect, you build reliability. And it's obia aje Constitution atum when him say a Constitution is say dia and when you so. When you keep doing that, when you keep doing that, a month for about the Constitution atum say the ekano and one will be abeye. And it's not again and with this, you know, bet me a bo, especially the two main political artists, Mokuma and Nanado, any era Mahama. Nanado, 2012, a tour bar, 1 year to Manasa of Fis and yes, one me far bar Nancy kind. Because see a constitution, they say, young Supreme Court, and will call ye. A press Supreme Court and make a decision, you know, as Supreme Court, I can say, abandon the way winning a year, Yura Mahama, what it will move. Sounds soon, Yura Mahama. Ebra ya 2020 abawie was say ono no wanye ntuma hifa no de kwa wan twa ba antwese kai ya de ko Supreme Court Supreme Court edge decision by we say he has not come out to declare say we consider defeat there na so ni ya wo ye nyina kire say waje the Supreme Court kai no atum. Now the reason why I'm saying this is that the Constitution in itself is just but a paper, and nam gidia ye wo ni rely on it day by day. The constitution ye jitumninti, and when the constitution no enya ahwodin, and it is o constitution ne say wo every 4 years bi na say wo ye nipa ba ko wintimi ni more than 8 years. And nam say we respect the constitution, and nam say ye nyina ye de ahwodin akwhye constitution na constitution ne say 8 years pe na wo betimi adie ninti sa bra ne so pe na wa ma wo saso na wo. And in Ghana ye di nyame ayadom omampanyinkufoɔ clearly ayobia in the Fourth Republic. Well, Jerry Rollins kran ka ho by Jerry Rollins nam so no wo coup antecedent we di ni sinchia omampanyinkufoɔ we di ni 8 years wie ye no when what I refer to as the messianic belief say ono nko no betimi age oman. So we hear the polls in 2008 omampanyinkufoɔ was popular than Nana Addo any Yura John at Mills. At the time, polls about out. But when you're not doing and say, well, you're so popular, Ghana for donity, or see a South African Cano. Yura at Mills, Yame a quasso went to me angry and out free. There's a way you ram hammer, a twaba, a Ghana forecast say, we're doing Kuguno. What you say, a conche, Mr. Nanado. Yen say 2024 year to ben we obe hand over to 2025. So clearly we are building some belief, we are building some trust in the constitution, and that is what every country needs. And so you are asking me, say, what kind of effect does it have on your general laws? And I mean, yeah, Eddie Kaka say, oh no. Your man the Bible was so say will be the constitution. When you swear, how do you expect say ubi kura now or your crown for or no obebu say emrebu or memo and as will be air quatrace can kukumobia obebu say emrebu and even in commercial activities. President now kura ni mraso. It didn't now say me so be me to be adia kura me tuya. So I say. So it is important say o man bia no ye wo mrapon a ye di so no ye beye ye bia said the mrapon it here. And this what is going to happen the ACA ohwe ye West Africa sub-region here cruise no aba media ye nyini ni yete ye free say enke nemre mu die
enke se bi saba
etwatwa na enam say ye nipa ne mu bi efiri say wo mu die nyankopon amom nko anyansa wo mu no so mu di bu oman enti ena ya unya bibi ti say die ekosui ohwe Niger ohwe de minua kan Burkina Faso de na bless compare epese wo ye de Alpha Conde eye ya ekofa sa ade baye what the two terms was media said the TB am say Mr. Edi another term unko ano nyansa be na wotirim adentina yan hwe and you can use Ghana as an example yan hwe there even Jerry Rawlings ye hwedo mampanyi kufo ye hwedo John Mahama ye aden yan hwe eno ne yemfa enye example for other for ourselves. I'm talking about the other sub-regions. Yenim say Nelson Mandela enka obi anka can say we present for life and me say enka onya much resistance na ye Nelson Mandela but no kura hu say ewiase no nipa be ye bua me ni nyina ntu ye kakra no agya ma nchirima say ade asie no enye airtime so repulsive but uba ye kru mu ha ye wakasa bi say anoma che soro a wagide wagebo so ati say nipa bia no they say that you leave the stage when the applause is loud. It's so clear. So if we say why ye waduma year ma o manfo nanka na wa free home pono e ka wo meje wo na ase adwenkyere say papa we mra no wo so no ya ade pantu ani hoi ye nkogene na ase adwenkyere. There is no need for anybody to think say ono nko ana ono do nim nyansa na obetena so. Now it's sad to say that the point that those who make peaceful change impossible make violent change inevitable comes through all the time. Because I'm running the whole near see a choir your first SSA Womudi Suoni. Now I will say one penny, then you are making violent change inevitable. So I say nobody in his right sense will want to support coup d'etat in any form, way or shape. Because say ye fa emra bone so etu o man gu a ensunsuaso no edoso ensunsuaso a ebu enti me kan see ye see ye keka mafunu no ye kama dampan ye nuanu a ye wo krom ha ye ntie ho ase because say the minua edi kan no say coup no eba in 66 and 67 it became about 5 coups in West Africa. Say no ye wo Niger ye wo Mali Your Guinea. In fact, Benin is waiting, Ivory Coast is waiting because they are also facing similar situation. We must at every cost resist violent change of our government. In fact, your constitution no crowd and making it clear say obi our person obey to your constitution ni go no. Say what me jina na ne ko and I say wo say na wa mtumi amasa na dwumadie na amaso a okura ne yebo abaso. So as a country we need to understand that we have a responsibility individually to protect and defend the constitution with our lives. Na say ye ma sa nyeman eba so ye tu o man gu a e de na esie ha me no abetina no pay ye di enkomo kama yi freedom of speech ye betwa agu untumi enkasa say the Ghana ha o hwedru weekdays and opposite the radio so will be a kasa month for your calling a month for testing ye kasa kama sa no you not be able to do that. Freedom of movement will be curtailed and restricted. Tell the also no Ghana has to say bet me as say me kwabo Ghana obi amusa hwe people bi abesia no kwan so police for na ja ban wa chia wo mu wo kwa hen and then say omu yo madwuma ye memu mabaso wo nam takra de kwan so mutimi busa e kwan boko e de na asie bibi ho se ehunu wo ka se bibi anu ha o mu se oni nyame nko this is a police for na say ye so masa nemu bisia military for na be ma no na enim say de sa nkofu etie ye betimi a che abro kra e bra wonye ye hwe afi no e ma progress of the nation so astonishing because said the Ghana baby ye dre pa o sorry na o hwe we started driving in some of the neighborhood said ye akwan o hwe the roads ye hwe de ewo achimota kwase kwa akra Pokuasi interchange ayen fefefe oduru ho a hot a chabro last be right obeyira menua ekwan a ye and you can see say o man yakoyanim o hwe schools a yesie hospitals are yes sanema we no cool ni sanema ne ba stall the progress completely. Look, let me tell you, saban empo esesa in a normal sense see atoaba na ebi aban no ya system say if you omapanyin kofo eko NDC ho in 2009 and sana country na some pick up in terms of investment and I say project and now aban start aban no twem na start new government embe start no na 1 year ababa it be a ukwa bi a na nke bi akofo time ye and clearly as a clear example asukwa interchange ne the bantima ho die prempeka le die ebra ma panyuku fofiri so a NDC bae no nyane boni mu die ba me sure say na bi omu so mu investigation it took about 3-4 years and no mu say go back to that project
and no cry yes
civilian
obi a was amamu no ya de mra kwan so adane to be the amaforo no
so it tells you say umma such kind of changes are happening in your country omanu puntu minua e connect papa ema omano essay mejiri say Ghana senka enye course ayenyaye yenya bi 66 yenya bi 69 yenya bi 80 yenya bi 79 and 81 enye sa for course ye ena nke ma democratic dispensation eye adwuma ebesi neya ekeko adimpa. So for me this is warning to the people of Ghana, to everybody. Say yem more your constitution ho ban. Yem more o man ho ban. Na yem hwe se de ebe ya sa basa ya AC ewo sub-region no. Ebi ma because me de ehia me pa. Look, e wo say the AC was the other countries no. The ripple effects are there on us. But they still ha e worse. And nti yem mompaye near her say a BC away,
okay.
Said be ya me running up said be ya yemum no you bet to me I hear the beacon of hope peace to be able to advise people as we are doing. They say abey na nado na so in a OCC. You said be ya at least mum there ye bebo ho ban e was akwan.
Medase John Europa Boating niema ese bibi ankokan papa andi krede kukuru njaya keke nso bejai edidija hoyi enimu na nenam woni akwada ekọ afum na samuso mudu bibian beso na so wanso ye no ho a omuna aya bebu a ede pa ni nyina hwe adwini si ade ba ko peso se mina mabọ mo waji tumi no wabe ye mampani wabe ye aban udidi obian se wudidi you dey chop better kasa kesi mu na oda usisi adan akese je se dia wo ye no na bia sabe mema ne kra dia wum na ya no o makokonya gas kitingiti bi na ma toto kasi bia ma gas na gas de ne na no wapu omoto wa hu na sane mane ma no enti bia metie chem tu se na kwa we pa na nya hu na na mo na se ya ye na adabufo ba ma omutumi etu anamo bi ede pa na osusu se ya manyofo ese se omo ye said the bear ya teacher ye de tumi na ma no sabufu shiwi enkonkoba ama anamutuo yi asrafo tu yi ebi nkonkoba ewo ya ama ahodo so
ne wose ye ne se ne ti ase ne se obeye amanyosem a obesebo enti no ye niema timamufo ne de epe pesamin kuminya and some we mean to mean country, cronyism, greediness, nepotism, corruption, titlu. Aya dear, and no nema sa etu no eba. Na friends who be fins a one kwan na sabi uwu nyansa ubetimi ebu o man no. Nti ube se ope pomoden se amamlan obesesa no. Ma men fa won kwachire kakra me ma example kakra. Na men san so tisu dua se yen bibimam ha de. Anasa mama ni bebre no. Oman no pa ye asrafo dia ebia UK na ye monarchy nti na fancy Queen Elizabeth dia but the other countries na minim and nti na o ye president cry for commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces na some asrafo be ye ku bia no se nem di kan timamufo na fra enti ku a asrafo be ye a timamufo nka ho no enye successful what ahwa na se we bi si Gabon enye successful tema ofebu anyi wuye no kuna Henry kuna bedi ade obi be ye eku ne efre no tio force one be ye eku no okofa Robert Gay ede e bai Robert Gay bai no ansa obepamo political opponents ni nyina na watala kan na eka babu tema babu one ne contest ye no babu wini ye no gay se wan ye den
company
so hu se ne temamfo ye no odwane kote kura bia so wo Liberia border gusesu e ho no kote e kire se temamfo ne ji wonhyehyɛ ye tuma na obi kura be yeku a on be pam no na wo hwɛ ne akɔ ni nyina me nua no ka Benin enye Benin ko se ba bia ehu ba ko ye Senegal hwɛ sɛ ne o suppress ne nkɔfo na o pɛ so san sesa constitution no be den o san di so Senegal, Gabon, Cameroon, Benin, Africa so de ene kura make say omo ye nhyehyɛ omo be bo football match because gbagbo aba break dey aba omo ne watara no omo ye nhyehyɛ eno na ama no ayede aba form ana 23 December so omo frɛ former world class footballers no omo be bobo Abidjan a omo ye nhyehyɛ nyesa anka hosie no ka honso begu enti no amamla no na wudi so once san no otama so ya to aba wa lose wokɔ hwan na ebe ha wadwen sojafo no de omo to on baabi nemu ya ma won tete ye sɛ ɔman no ɛyɛ ɔmo dia na sɛ obi bia ɔpɛ sɛ ɔsɛ ɔman no ya tamfo nti no sometimes no temamufo no frɛ wɔn a ɔmo ntimi nka so ɔmo ma because ɔmo ntena wɔ sɛ sabe bibi nsi na bɔne mra na temamufo no nsɛ nneɛma na ɔmo ntena ɛno nti na ɔhu bi wɔ Sudan no ɛno nti na Sudan sei no ɔmo di mirika ɔmo bɛɛ mu no enti no ɛyɛ yasɛdeɛ sɛ yɛde tumi ma wa yɛ ne ɛsɛ fata ne ɛsɛ fata wo no fa ne ani kwan sɛ wo do nsa bom na mfa wo nsa mom adidigya na bebrebe no nso no ɛho nhia so ɔmo yɛ ne saa na srafo yi wɔn dwuma bambɔfo yi wɔn dwuma obi ayɛ n'adwuma sɛbe hwan na ɛbɛ adwen bɛbɛ ne tirim sɛ ɔnkɔyɛ bɔne ana wɔnti nsi abɔnten so na bibi basabasa sɛ ne mi nua ne kan no yɛmpɛ sɛ bibi saa bɛsi Ghana na emom si yan hwɛ ye ne bibi si Ghana nye bi ne ne asisisi amama no so no ti me mpai bɔ paa ne sɛ enema ɛsɛ fata no yenye me mpai bɔ sɛ amamra no nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ yɛbɛsesam na akɔye because unim ne nti American sa Ghana sɛ bi si a ye mlante wa na ɔmo buofu bebrebe no dodoɔ na awotuo na esi a because nansen ayɛ so bebree nneɛma nsɛm a ɔmo taa ka no ɔmo deɛ ɔmo nhwɛ wo party awo wo yɛ political leader bi a wabɛtena so a wɔ community na ɔmo fin sɛ waammoa ne deɛ they will come after you ɛba saa nso a mmra nyɛ dwuma sojafoɔ no ɔmo yɛ dodoɔ sɛ no matumi control yɛ mmra ntie nyinaa policefoɔ dodoɔ sɛ because ɔmo adwen ɔmo ka no yɛnyɛ deɛ ne bɛyɛ hu asen baabi a efi wɔn etu yɛ wɔn kɔɔfo ɛho 79 na etuo ni enipa bebree nsɛm enti no yɛn hu saa nneɛma na emom yɛn mo mpaeɛ na sɛ bibi bɔ ne bi si but I know sɛ nya deɛ bibi bɔ ne bi because yasrafoɔ no enim de ana yɛ nneɛma a yɛyɛ nyinaa nso no yɛyɛ nneɛma a yɛyɛ ne ntotoyɛ sɛ ne enkoduru hɔ enti mɛsrɛ amanyɔfoɔ no wɔn entutu nneɛma yie na emom so obi bia nso ka sɛ si na Ghana for support a nipa koro no mfin sɛ wɔ sɛ wadwene ho mien nansen a yɛyɛ survey bi nansen a ewie July a na Ashanti region me mfa Ashanti region enye mfato Ashanti region ugusa enipa du asɛm a emu nwɔtwe bɛka kyerɛ sɛ ɔma yɛ highly disappointed sɛ nipa nwɔtwe no emu nan sɛ 2024 koraa de ɔmo ntoaba.
Really?
Yes, Ashanti region 2024 month aba. Emu mienu say NDC MPP oduka ya mo mpɛ ho military intervention in here Ghana. Na ba ko nso say omo prepared force. So this tells you say eniema enkwepe perception. Enti no yenya hwe yie na adwumasɛm a ɛhamrante wa no ene niema nketenkete a ɛwɔ sɛ ye nyina yetimi ye ma abotoye mbeba no yenye because say ye kan say we end the sabi I to see at heaven there media mi hu ni sa akra
asema o kan ya twema dwene si bibi so se yesi asam kese beba franka nsi so enti hwehwemu ene aso ye de beto fam etieti nsem no ena odi be hu se bia ade na ekosei anase eba se anase yesi anase yesi pe wasema wo kan ye no ne se abufu hyew ewo nipa mu
papa abufu papa mlanto ani titru.
No, but I really don't think say abufushu nipa bi mu that should necessarily translate into supporting violent change of government. You see, I can say a come the area, into nipa obi oni adwumaye na befas who say be a political leader be in his community enjoy be a be Kwabena we see a fee I can say or talkers I can say yes they are likely to be angry but it's hard for no so no say if they understand the effects of inconsistent change in government there's no way they will want to support that because in him to me kro nya ni share or new share e dis an komo no kra no otimi FLS forms no ade onim say if there is a unconstitutional change say opportunity to onya onim say if there's any violent change or no any freedom of speech any freedom of movement any the freedom of association the freedom to even go out there say wa akra ko pedman ni na be ketelia say ni pakro no the person will not likely to think there should be a violent change.
Ebenya sa nimde nipa do san na ebenya I say abon so de ni bre na ka
mami nka ensem bi nchron wo hwe age bracket na
Yes.
do na 79 ni anwo wo mo
Okay.
Omu hu ku da omu hu curfew da omu hu bi da ana ne I me mama yam hye kakra n say omu timi ka chiro prince after all omu life no de na ombenya enti ene bibi na beba na say wubu a ana say okoye bibi a na say ofin say life no enkoye na free wi ase kra de na Ghana ni timi nya kokuro in fact enipa beye 8 a omu si omu pace car tuktu a o mi inter omu say after all minim say tu de na mo de kwaye o say na eduru ho no ma because omu adwene say ne ho be kire no obetena se na onye skanto aduane ni onu oni adwumaye obi kwa wonko bi ne nanfofo bi a ofinsi onim won ba ko mienu miensa bi da ka mu social media omo yes omo nso oni bi na ade na ono nso no sebe onya etu a den no de be enu ti na kro no ofinsi wo kɔ no wu a fine wo kɔ wo enwu nso a wanya de it is when you have emlanto wa do no omo dwene sa na worrisome
mapa
worrisome because omo hu ku da omo sa ho treni bi ada enti no omo mindset no asojafo mra ene ni nyetu a onim ni
ebesi oni tira na bi se ni padodo sankra de be wo saa nimdie no be hu se se me koye na se we si a me hu kwan we be bo me
anything that you see in my submission no I try to chip that in. It's important because I never say any sub-region in the Musana. Now, a month for any ideas. And we need to let them know, say, look, that is not an option. That is not an alternative. It is better to stay in this, even if we think it's worse, because military in the bar. I'm afraid we are not sure about oh, may you be at the end for uncle says, military in the bar, and you know, and a Bema, we hear as yet to. What I say. So that is the worst option. So we need to let people understand. Say your best bet is to support a constitutional government. And it is the NPP near and your true abundance and this year we near what support to this in the do see a control what dinner line what to about yes sana now ubia at say na conference abesom. That is the way you build a nation. And it I say no akwanya bi benya bia no see at radio so see at TV so even on one or see ma inipa man young men the youth etias say a coup is never the way to solve any of your problems. Say you come the deal say hospital na wunya unko say you kwan na say nsuo na wunya say light na wunya a coup is never the option.
Ya kan nyina na ba asembia abase say ade no se wo ye ne yie wo no ne yie na so hyeche no obi anya ne die di wi a abufu bi ani ba bia ye wo hai edipa nan Dr. Asa Asante, also a political science lecturer at University of Ghana, Wabaka Yensa. And he say no, Adrian de Cha, a Subia Documian, a Docun 9, will be at the Makuma. It will be the onward Diana Achen equally, and will be at you in your B, Eddie, a Bufubian baby.
That's right.
Adriania Yayi Docun 9, or no, Alpha Minu, and a Minunakano, where wouldn't find a fan, and not their mamma. And I may also Docun Sumin in the wall. And to be Bumfu, Doctor. Akwaba.
Yewura.
Me bumfu. Me bumfu na se me twese kana se mfe fa dokon mama eboni.
Why are Bonica? Why are Bonica?
Me ya no na me obi ka. Mam kwa na mrem.
Brem.
Yo. Me ma wa hwefo achen. Sama me mpanimfu a hia wa ha. Yo. Guinea. O hwe. And in Peninfo, Munkomo, Didi, Masugu Sopa, and then Bribiara Soja, Abang Beba, democracy mono. Na sing to biaba. It will be a tea, routine as well. I didn't think I say, is an say, what the 2 ma banga, what the aman. Said your manso, Brano, or friend Tenwa, you, Oberesia. You want sacrum, say Bacco to a baby, Waba and Honiama. Na Sonia Nyabe pe Sintaba. If say Yura, General Okran, Okan Casa Bichre, Nibu cultural, was a politics of the sword. A myth is broken, Nibu to him. No, so Soja fu ni Nakade se wobu or man. Is an say, wanted 2 1 year, Senia wobu or man, one then is a wobbo man who bang. And into what Bemupe, Sinto, the Abba. O share. Bribians woba esan se wo pe nipa edi won achi nti wo bo sobo aban ne yese oyese ni wogina so ya wo hwe Guinea o say human rights utietia nkrofo fa hodi so o so kom ene amanyo oman ya wo ye ne bone wonye ne ye o membu enye papa afei untume ukasabua onga kashe ene ehunsem bebre na what is a charge no soja fu biara wo ye wo hwe free fan ma what is asobo no bo kwa menkroma o se kwa menkroma won sika soja fu sika kakra ene won ne ma obenya wo soja mun waje fu onsem officers amenity school o se omen ma ye den efei wa politicize the army na ye wo theories kakra echere sa na emem na mede mpanimfo befam kakra bi ni akwen anim ye wo bibi friend group identification theory na eneden soja fo kire se wanted to unti what one ko ba bi to say Imperial College Mons Sanhat ene ho niema na wotete won se wo mebo man ho ban enunti so wo ba won pese wo hu niema bi a wotete won no emfa ne kwangu se wo politicize army wo politicize bureaucracy wo hwe Guinea den wo so politicize bureaucracy unya ye pe soja fo bebem e say soja fo sa theory kire say one which is harden is a wanted to know so one more abang ho bang enunti wo yes harden na wo beba wo bibi your friend civilian regime performance o say aben biara oteso wadi tumi aba no na onhwe no mfa ni nansi form no onyo man niye na keta asehye corruption pro nhwehwe anim abusuaku ethnic politics ne ho ne ma ba mu no soja fusi won na wo sa etunwa sunsumu no a wotu sa na ase theory no ba ko nen ne atusu bi ye praetorian theory by hunting no wo say so wo hwe soja fu a wotu o men nyina ne ma wo gina so ba ko institutions break it down agensam a o man na gu na soja fu kire say won ne wo one the only institution wo no burumika the political wherewithal wotumi no nansi form na wotia so yo saa ne men bibi yara no wo de babonten wo nsem krofo atu asi abonten wo de one time ago ye hu 1966 soja afo no ba monten betu nkrumagu no wo friend den papers started chiro democracy is reborn democracy ni ngatu nkruma o say 1979 wo kum general so no I Catholic standard or editorial ne heading ne great lesson yes onwekum yes Catholic standard ayi o friend a Christian messenger no morning obiara chire obi nkrofo de wo hu hihye mu na ba na sa wonya dom de wo hu se Guinea nkrofo oboji won so free for no mo
Papa J didn't cry and so Gina Jesus.
Yo, every fan mo say TI say nkruma detain nkrofo without trial. The PDA prevention without what? Preventive detention what act would detain nkrofo without trial between 5 years to 10 years. So what I say? Aha. Into every fan mo buy no watching what release nkrofo fi prison no. Now once what nkrofo gum protective custody act what nkrofo zugu prison. You be so who say enu yeden a robbing Peter to pay for. What the one no be keka sa dem nti wo say
obi a wo say nye.
Wo say nye no
so ba ya de ko.
Oba oba ye ne sen sa akora. Wo ye sa ne. Wo say Guinea afi ase. Mo nga yi nkrofo, wo afi ase yi nkrofo fi prison. Yi wo so be 711. Mo nga afi ase. Wo me ye wo de, wo boya, afi wonyanya wo tene konwa no so ya. Afi wo be ye ne ma ense. Ye hu soja ban wo Ghana, ye hu NLC, ye hu NRC, ye hu SMC 1, SMC 2. AFRC, PNDC, and go see Shay. Soja bang, Michi, na mpesa mehu, mpesa mate. Esa ne den, esa ne say, which is a charge ya, what the boni na, min case charge ni na, SN fata. If says a wush, near me be if you are so Africa, nena me di hu ya wo ECOWAS, any AU. Adentia, wanga ye any ha, na near me because so, ama phenomenon be, near me be if you are done with the third term agenda. Third term. Wo ha na constitutions ni bebre de ma ho kwan se wo betuma tene konwa so mpanga bie na won ne parliament aye kanana na won asakra constitution no na fe wo ba tetem na countries aba tetem ni bi ni Algeria, Cameroon, Chad, Djibouti, Gabon and the Guinea and the Keka tetem Ivory Coast list ne ware tetem agenda ni na me bisa me sa aden na ye wo regional body ECOWAS ye wo your friend then African body AU. What can I say now? We any na sa de ko so be say one de ehwama na. Oh, na then na one can chiro lawyers and back chiro say then the matter speaks for itself. Rest ipsa locutor. Enye nu ni. Se mote ho na mahwe na sa de nyina akoso na fe ne soja fu abam. So what I say. Ye chi soja ban ne a wo ye make chiro say eya mebua. Esa ne say ye wo ehwa de so bebre. If you say what years I didn't wie no afede won abegina ho ama soja fu anyabere abetu abangnagu tetem agenda na ni nyina no ne farbai any bad governance say obu amangu mu ni if you say come ye yaw a hungry man is an angry man yet o mengu menya adwuma nye mensa nkoma no wo wafuri ahye mafuri ye tratra obu ya da bi merempre anuni afi wo bo hu say wo tietia mefa ho di so mekasa me say mehwe meti so wo ka soja fu aye kan kabi wo kan won kabi wo pa challenge won please go wesi wo ba for akọ ni adebeti na wo yowufo uni ati asafo asase so ye den asemni ye nga ye ni ha masa ne manyi na akoso na ni nyina no na se wo pese ni magina democracy okwan bi ani wonti mi betie mi wura no mpanimfo ka se eye bede se wo pa abango wo mpa abango eye democratic government nkura fa ho hyem na sum ne nyeye na mede me kasa bebe wi wo sanse mo he ye wura makokwe o chiro book bi na also politics in Ghana 1972-79 na pages bi wom page 224 and 225 se bri wom na nka wo kan ya efirifa chiro letter koma general champon se a champon wo ka se na champon person ye union government wo ka se asam na efirifa chiro letter koma ni sin mi wure soja bang me ma ye bida 1966 amwame na wo fa so kwanyin so ya ye benya problem so what dachi bi benya problem o se ma ye na bribi beba wo niema obehunu wani nyen ho afiri fa kire wo letter ni mo se letter ni wa hazesi ya o se we hu threat from CPP quarters 1979 wo beba bonten abaye won aye cool line asawon line e shoot on one by one miura bri wo ma kan jira tiefo na enko Ghana frasum isa ne say what team komo bi say oh say na niema ma ye ding ne say eni soja bang no na me gire say what it is ankomo no yere ka kire won na misi ni peng misi ne ta say enyo kwa na zo bi afa so wa bang mu ye ding a nkomo na na ye koso di na ye kasa kire abang yese na ye wo say kuba na no na obenya hodenga
asamaba
what to pick it you if you say me person can letter ka krebi
wadaro meda wani mti kenkan maye
you general frifa letter ochiro no chiro ko ma champo ku hu asam a champo yeso or union government a tripartite government Professor Kwe described as untried political formula ebi kura nsi da so be ye soldier abang a soldier fu police fu man civilian no se nko sa nyama no nko ukwa obenya problem na tie efifa esan so ye cool hwese na cool hantan tie na sa lete nkrofo politicize no mem ha se nenti wokum je na efifa na se ochira lete se Rollins ai wonkum Rollins what is akasa na da
not pa
e ya toro mi seneta na me be kire ase efifa lete ni ochira ko ma champion na champion so efifa you hu for na won to publish enuni o se Okatechies Farms box 89 Mampong Sante na nenti ameka ngaye no me pese ye hu ade be yesu ade bo o se 18 December 1977 no chiro lete na Rollins ni Ghanaian politics baby ah ndiye dem no chiro lete ko ma Rollins o hu atoro ni date ni 18 December 1977 Rollins by 79 inti eh dem eh atoro eh propaganda so what you say what they justify every fair kumuno enye no kwam so what you say date no e yi won ma na tie o say my dear general and friend, when I write to you since you came into office, I did not receive any acknowledgement. I would normally not write again, but this is a matter that touches on my life and the lives of a few others. I feel greatly disturbed about the future after your government. I have heard from certain quarters of the CPP threats which they will execute after 1979. In order to discourage the military from staging coups in the future, how about if they line all of us up and shoot us one by one? Then they would disband the Ghana army. But I do not certainly want to be arrested, given some sort of trial and shot. These are my genuine fears. All members of the NLC, including General Joseph Ankra, are involved. I still have no regrets whatsoever about my part in the operation in 1966. My fears even increase when I look at Krantingado's report as a whole. I do not like the union government as proposed in the report. The political forces militating against it are too strong. I wish very sincerely to let you know that I am worried about the future. So many hard and unpleasant things were said about me by the people of this country when they had the opportunity. The very people who hailed me in 1966. Consequently, I decided that politics would be the last thing that I would do in my life. But I would be a stupid general if I sit in the comfort of my farms to await the vengeance that is about to be unleashed on us. I do not see how I can secure the union government. I do not also see how you yourself can secure that government. What Krantingado had said is that if a soldier wants to join this government, then let him take a leave of absence from the Ghana Armed Forces. You are a soldier, and you will see what will happen soon. You are a soldier, and you will see what happens as soon as you take this leave. Have you forgotten that they made me sign the 1966 Constitution that disqualified me on grounds of age? I have decided to be in the next parliament to protect myself. I have decided to be in the next parliament to protect myself and those who were associated with the 1966 coup. The danger is that independent individuals in parliament under union government will almost immediately constitute themselves into a political group. So the political parties will be formed there in Parliament House. Then an act will be enacted for the trial of soldiers who have made coups. My dear brother and friend, these are my fears. So far, you have protected all of us, including John Halley. I have been very happy on my farms and I have been very quiet. I had hoped that when you decided to return the country to civilian rule, you would seek my views in confidence, since I have done it before. and being in prison after that. But the Almighty God is the supreme ruler of all. Let us pray to him without ceasing. He alone gives perfect protection. I will pray to him to take away the fear and confusion weighing on my mind. Now, I wish you a happy Christmas. Yours sincerely. Kwesi. Look at his fears. Say, Kuwa Oyenti, officer of parliament to protect himself. Because all constitutions, me a lawyer, but me sure the most constitution will tell you say wutu abanga, o punishment, ye death. Enunti
so oman boyfo.
Oman boyfo, nti bibia abanga na beba no, wobechero. Nti wo hwefriva, also officer of parliament to protect myself and other. Enye suade maganafo. Say wo betu abang wo kuwa, wo ubewu obi enkumu
Meda say Dr. Asa Asante political science lecturer University of Ghana and I attend kan so dia ode abubu na de wakan salete we onim makanda na me hyeda enya bre enwene hu kwachire se de ene wakan amanya bre tie pa
Professor Yamenu who describe it as a prophetic letter
eye krata bia we no we bibi say na say to be de kire
yes
no from basic level
I mean, Mechira basic concept in political science. Na mechira political institution. Sadi me kan chire school for more be kan. Se obiara wo te class nya wadwere se abang be ye ne awompe. Obeye ne awani nya ho. Ye nde ne se ye be koso akasa. Wo mpa banga, wo ma ho kwanse to abetia sa abang. Asetia. Na se wo di otua sadi ebe hunahuna
me na se.
Na jakwa asem na opanyin ne kan so. On trend bi koso wa Ghana. 2012 tema abato no call basa na ekofukuo bi epese sojafo omo mpaye ne se ene sojafo magi aman ba wo hwe omo kasa hu political party omo yeden omo ene so de opaye atie dodo na ebo sa mpaye no gini for the buy wo de opa hwe omo a omo so na hwe political party omo intimi de efutu america ne se sojafo betu abangu a omo hwe party bi o obi a ho be kire no na ne epesan ye hu ne emlante wa na asem ana America no ebise emlante wa no dodo na ekuratu ndi sojafo na ye omo de na omo so ye omo de ndi wo political party bi na office bia ene de uni aban mu nti no wo bommpaye se BBC bia menye wadwin se sia wo no wo ho beto because esia obi biala aho be kire no ntimi de mesre se mamu maye nwene sa adwene na me so ye me de se yasraf on do no meet me gas omo ye professionals
sure
adia minim wo Ghana bambofo omo dodo na because omo odwene say after all omo so be ba be civilian so omo be woro omo atade agu omo be ba be kan ye ho nti de nti ana omo meye niema a enye den sebe ebia unconstitutional omo be ba be na senso ya hwe ni ye ni esu from den dia oman ne de se ne America na esi omo sleso ombebem mumye ntutu ye niema yi
na asomdwe ntumi mra medase papa na messages na eba no atiko yi na atiko ntime hwe bre pe hwe na ya kenkan na yenhwe CDD4 reports on the buy say 62% of Ghanaians encheda eni awrechirimu ewo aban mu say obitumi akwenti ase etia kakatihye ene proye yerim sense ma hodo bibiri yesisi ndama hodo bibiri yaba allegation of corruption akoso and asemesi edi say and eska we akudi ha and eska we akudi ha ombobo bebre enso no omo kire se omo hyada ehu say ye de asemesi atu aso bintu atu na so say ye de so bobo bi a na sasem no nimu a say tu fa no tu sama ni nyeye but akokọ say ya kana Ghana no ya kana no esetumi it's a perception na ewo ho any said the CDD4 report yi e ka no don ben na ebo won say don dey guma ho primary school don ho kran na middle school dey no so dey modu ye gbran asa so don so ewo ho don ben na sa CDD4 report omo ye efa corruption ye kudi etia ho no ebo e dey akire ye me chase free medical chase free so ho me color ya so okay na fe we ya bra na fe yenhwe
But that's a question with me, Ashas, because CDD report, I have a lot of issues with it.
Okay.
And first of all, let me say, the way it's been captured. Just a while ago, I said, why is that the bill Kumase? Now, be a nipa 10, emu 8, I can say, emu 4, SCC, emu 2, SCC. That can be understood. Now, if you conduct a survey, 2,200 people, okay, the sample size. Now say, out of that, let's say you indeed went out there, if 62% of that people, and I said that group, I say a benya was we the way you present it should be different. Okay. What you have to say is 62 of the respondents or 60% of those 2,000 people. You don't come out to say 62% of Ghanaians.
Yeah.
I say they are banwe aircon keta no wampe.
62% of nipa na
62% of the respondents. Yeah, who say nipa 2,400. Asam ni eka. Now 2,400, how representative was it? Okay. You see, they have to give us all that. You 100 every in crime. You 200 every Kumasi. You 300 every be a voter region. And you far Omomaka free northern region. It is any power, you know. Almost 62%. Say 62% of respondents. Say they be a buying all cooketasis. Mempe. Then we can interrogate it well. But Omu report, and for me, it worries me because it looks as if said the CDD report, the way it was captured and the way it was reported, is to tarnish the image of the government.
Now, say research, one more year na Briviano, or come first year research and say a sample, nipe kubi, and I from ebise so man.
Yes.
Based on Jombiano,
yes.
Na omo no are represent research bi omo ye bi an see na one more year.
Yes.
It's na ka wo fo san ka omo yan say.
See. Let me tell you, me I follow American politics a lot. Okay? But once they do it, we can criticize it. America for umu Savia, umu war. CNN, umbet say you're Republicans. You interview Republicans, say in the interview, Democrats say. It's Democrats and say no muka. Republicans say no muka, no much average. You don't go out there, and especially when you don't know where and who were even interviewed. If I say Okojina baby, Ashanti maybe Okojina me swame. That's what Okoye interviewer. You obviously skew in favor of the government because majority of the people in my constituency are NPP. It will move in favor of the NPP. So, Okoye research now research neba. Now, first of all, you only tell us the sample size. We don't know which people interview. That's the my friend said the NDC for one. We didn't know. I'm saying all of this on the basis that say what the report about. Not say you report it as if say the whole of the people of Ghana and Ekasa. When indeed it is not the case, then it seems to suggest that you have an agenda and that you are promoting a particular agenda. Look, get to about every year, just less than a year ago. One of the report almost say about 57% of them, I say they don't believe that NPP can make gains from the free SHS. 57% of, and they say 57% of Ghanaians, okay, don't believe that the NPP government can make gains from the free SHS. Then we come to another area, and then they tell you, say, 61% of Ghanaians, I say they don't have confidence in the education programs. Some stories like that. Now, just about 8 months ago or 9 months ago, at least more than 51% of Ghanaians, and that one we can say more than 51% of Ghanaians or the registered voters at Kwabena, this particular government. And so when you bring this report, which seems to suggest that 60% of Ghanaians believe that Abanwe corrupt and is unable to fight corruption, then I have a problem with
research. You know. And now I can say we need to pay yes. Normally, some research here. So I don't think say a research group no. Every general can say it
is important.
No, some I can say I'm say about 62% of Omokano. That's not the only a Omokano. Omokano other research. Omokano other a Yinso Omokano say there are issues to be so. It goes in favor of the government.
I've read the report.
You know, and also, but like I said, because it goes in favor of the government, you know, sample size and it to me find your money.
See, I've read the research. Look, permit me, I can be actual. there was no place I made the man who said, now it goes in favor of the government. If like I can read, as in addressing educational needs, 45%, providing reliable supply of electricity, 44%, maintaining roads, 44%, providing water and sanitation, 43%. Now, okay, we're saying now clearly, no, and these are people who believe that the government is doing 43. None of this cross the 50% mark. Now, I'm saying this, so if it's really the true reflection of the 2,400 people, the government should take it and work with it. But my point is that, say, Ufa research, we're reading in none of it seems to suggest that Abai in any way, but clearly, people of Ghana voted for government just about 9 months ago, and there's something positive happening in the country. The research did not show that. I mean, my difficulty was the way the research, they put it out there, and then it was reported. Yanka said, only the respondents, and because really, I know, say nobody was going to interview me. Me no be an interview, no. Will be a interview, no. I haven't heard anybody who say he was contacted by CDD as part of the focus group. And it's when they back out, say 62% of Ghanaians. I say abandon me.
How do they do research?
Difficulty with that. No, I understand that you need a sample size.
And the sample size no more the no more so can say sample size say na a free mobile.
So if what I can take, all things being equal, what I can take is that tell me that 60% of the 2,400 the respondents. Don't tell me 62% of Ghanaians.
It's the what Ghanaians they show
because you see it sends the wrong signal. Look, you're educated, we read. So me fat newspaper headlines. There's 62% of Ghanaians say that the government is unable to fight corruption. Ma nkwan ko read adeni ya me who really 62% of Ghanaians clearly no many na and ekasa. But that is not the case. You cannot use this and generalize. And then America said, we don't even know who they interviewed. But me say in America and other parts, they even list the political parties of the people who they interview. I am very critical. You can do that and tell us, so this is what the NDC think about the government, this is what the NPP think about the government. And so in most cases, so it means your political party representatives now no mukasa. Let's say 80% of the political parties in Ekasa are buying yadia. Then there's a cause for alarm. But obviously, NDC need be no as it stands today.
How? Why do you say so?
Oh, no. You see,
I see that's what I say. And this phone to me and cast and paper for being and then people also be cast and paper for being one.
I don't want us to bury our heads in the sand and pretend like ostrich as if nothing is happening. The no clear a woman or man, and they say, Nana Kufuado currently. Or call the Western region tour, no Western North, not even the Western region. A Numa OBA, one district, one factory, Numa OBA, none of that has interest the NDC to even praise the government for. It's any panel. What makes me think say he's willing to admit say and another Numa OBA the one district, one factory or promising in the campaign or shall say a be here Numa ye fenipa. Have you heard any NDC person praising the government?
I know your politicians who super more than a dear baby. I see any name say no matter what NDC do when they're in government, you know.
So now you're coming to accept that.
And I said no matter what MPP also do when they're in government, you know, NDC will not accept that.
And nothing that makes us say anything that makes us mean to say oh yes I survey you know. Now it's me the NPP, NDC independent. I even forgot to add say in America they also do independent. We must survey independent. Yeah, survey NDC, survey Republicans, yeah, survey Democrats. Because of that, they are able to get proper figures. And sometimes they go off the mark, but yeah, no, a bit close. We share when we survey 2016 and 2020. How in fact 2020, how big the margin was going to be between Biden and Trump. But in 2016, they said that Hillary was going to win, even though they had interviewed the Republicans, they had interviewed Democrats, they had interviewed Republicans, and they got it way wrong. You understand? So let's just not sit here in Ghana and pretend that CDD is so sacrosanct, they are so good, and that their report should be accepted hook, line, and sinker. I don't believe in it. I think that the CDD's report was skewed against the government. Everything in the report. For me, if there's something good for the government to learn from, all well and good. But the report, as I have read it, and the way they put it out there, unless they come out to tell me say they didn't give that kind of description to it. But the report is how no matter, and it's newspapers also epic 62% of Ghanaians say about way intimate and fighting corruption. Definitely that is not the case.
Okay.
What has the government done? In himself about way one of the idea why to set up the Office of Special Prosecutor to resource the police to ensure that they can fight corruption. But you see, what we forget is that when it comes to corruption, it is not only the government, and that the people are also involved. So, Omo research, what did he say about the people in this country?
My Mr. said, we share their research in your own unim diemu and ushi and hununo. Say, ya kase katashane proya, what they obey to insenia soa. I didn't have a cafe who said you all quit katashane proye in what dream.
See,
yes, percentage wise,
percentage wise, it will be very difficult for me to say. Let me tell you what I can sit down and say. So I believe that my fighting corruption, why more than 80% or 90%. I can just say it like that. I don't know. I may not have anything to defend it. And so let's just say, in this year or the past years, what kind of allegations have we had, and how were they tackled? You understand? Even say opposition, it's very easy to throw dust and mud, okay, against government officials. So yes, we are going yes, we are far away, yes, we are far away. And it's not about corruption. I am not researching. I say corruption perception, because who said the no it's just perception. It is so idea cost one now. And I say, a perception, and it me. I believe that look, if you leave it to the political parties, they always throw mud at each other. Now, me say the government has done its best. I mean, who allegation about? I can say Abba say, oh, be a far away. I mean, I don't even remember. Maybe you can remind me some of the allegations. I say we are going. No. Kufuor say, in spite of all that, I say, okay. So, for instance, offer Sir Minister for Health, Sir Sputnik V. Yes, it's Sputnik V. What has happened? What has the country lost? It's a very important question, because you see, for you to say there's another catastrophe, among other things, you should show say Omano. Should be.
So initial stages of this controversial just put in inception,
yes.
You know. Minister can say in Chelsea Kabia.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, no,
no, I think that initially what happened was about the pricing. And this say I didn't know. I said $19.
Was it not pegged at $90 per vaccine?
So the point is that you see, in that case, the explanation was that you needed this urgently, and you had to go through a third party. Now, when this happened, the people of Ghana, including the parliamentarians, or no one for more parliament, I know some of them, who said, look, this is not the way to go. So the thing was cancelled. The money was taken from the person who they had advanced the money to. Clearly, you could see, say, or could you grab maybe $5 million or $10 million be, and will be outside of it. And confess scanning in Emma. You understand? So, because we are human institutions, there will be one mistake or the other. The fact that Papa no be or no aka say and nam set na pressure into one million who will be entered into the contract doesn't mean say corruption and secretary say yes.
But yes, there should be problem back when we want to say some yeking. We are talking about the health of the people.
Yes.
Who could di aduane ama wo madi. Aduane akokogye no. Se poison woman okumu mani nyina. It answer na obekogye aduane no. Ube make sure say aduane amede ma me mai.
When you see right example, I come to Oma, who hear Diane, a beer car last 1 cedi, a Diana can be also the book, 50 pesos. But the names of come to my 1 pay and now Mombe went to 1 cedi Nakoto, and the best video. That should be the best example.
When I also say, I'm so the beer can say, 1 million who imprenu. And I say, I hope pretty and I make us
because it was in a hurry to ensure that the
product gets because once in another cocoa and I bring Quadana, come do a moon be wuno. I hope pretty or could tell you an poison with their brand Quadan.
Well, I mean, anything that make us say.
For
example, it's not on all fours. What they are hoping in the second, you know, and said the bear, the man, because the vaccine, there was nothing wrong with the vaccine except the cost that the people of Ghana fought against. And at the end of the day, the government decided, look, let's abrogate this contract. The contract was abrogated, and so what did we lose? And clearly. You see, for the NDC or the party in the opposition, it is important to hold on to this and shout corruption, corruption, corruption. Because the moment you keep shouting, about 2 bit say, "Hey, there's corruption," or even if
minister no health minister no kwakoto no na ba no. You chese ka onum say chese ka. Enti so be tie no ka say be sika di bi ko so ba bia san so onu na oye sector minister no kwakoto aduro no. Aduro no kwakoto no. Onu na odi ani ma yetumi akokoto aba. Ye kwakoto aduro na ba no so onu no se ye ntwe sika. Meanwhile no na ye twe sika. Enti na ye kwa ne say wo na ye soma ho. Say wo di anim ko. Wo a ye soma bibia ye say wo ko no. Wo de ye kwakoye no obi afa kire bibia wo nim ho hwe ya. Na wo ko na wo ko no because be sika di bi ko so ba bia. No.
See, that's a very fair point to make. But at the end of the day, you see, Nipano admitted, say, and he's come to admit, a very few people in this country, or even Africa, and Omutimi acknowledge your mistakes.
Okay.
And we should give him credit for that. He acknowledged, say, he wasn't thinking right. He acknowledged, say, not pressure one also because he was in a hurry to get the vaccine to the people of Ghana. He has acknowledged that. So for him, I think that is even a plus. And my basic point is that at the end of the day, what happened? Sikano, Ghana, and Saka, Sikabia, Anya, Omano, and Lusu Sikabia. And if you come back to this corruption thing, my point is that for the party in opposition, it is important to keep shouting. Keep shouting. No matter how you dodge, and that is what is happening. So for me, it is good. Say we know it remains a perception. I believe say CDD report, you know, in my candid opinion, it wasn't properly done.
Okay.
And even the way it was presented, that's 62% of Ghanaians was also wrong.
Me da say John Darko de odi aba no na Paul Watson CDD de omo ye you say ye survey a ye independent nyina na be to interview omo ye pa ebi ebia and sometimes survey no come omo ye no menim say omo target group ha any baby omo come betumi nya ye sese omo satumi akankasa pa sa report omo de buy no omo say the way it was presented, you know, wasn't the right way. Who no say na ka so omo the sample test here nipa no omo kasa dodo say and as Ghana for say wo so adwene no hu no say
no kwal ni omo report me kan because time omo ye om de ne enso ye no say na me kan na sene wodi kan so bebia nu abetimi a se Ghana e ni 30 million obetimi ehu obia no ayede obusa ne nsam enti no wo hwe ekuo ane nkofo a omo kan sem ana se wo ti om ne a ayese represent others no sene dodo na adwene bom na wayede wo hia wo na wo no makasa enti no omo eyin men kan enti men person ba ne me person me kan say I don't know bia doctor say bia na send your kasa to say we be defending political party but me kakra me fence yen say so be the ban say now you are buying now what akonwa so a say you wo fa na komapem no wa hwe ba bia omo kire say wato si no say no kire say wato si na mpa no ayede no watoto ni yie because me my year bia 2016 we catch them penyimfo bi say ndis benya 44.4 ba first person am catch me me aboni Kofi Adams e ko fodu afija as call no mo ye radio ho omo anje ani me san ko shia omo former treasurer friend large PMC e wo Africa Eco ni ne kan ye ko panyin bi wo me pese me boni din omo so me dae na be so dae ba te bem nansen ade wo pa ko se bi social media me kan say MPP fo benya 51.4 ko he ya ye predictions be bra kwan ya fa so ye no e bi anya sa na wo be first or fast wa be ye den wo ye wo de if you say wo ye ntimi mani nyina ye den enye pe na nse ya nche kra na me grantee interview ma radio station bi wo Kumasi na me kan niema ya na me kan na me say okay nationwide no ye nse ni ehun say NDC 6% ahead of MPP nationwide me wie na no na minister be friend no say asem amaka because minister woni mi enti unim otu car efiri baby owo e ba me ho pese one me trans na nke yemfa documents ni am ka kire say no kwali ni documents ni de me de meet me fam ko obi na ama ye de yaye na emu ho kakra na ma ye de mapon enti unhu ni saa na oye hu adwuma because say what 3 years ahead of us enti baby a ofin say in fact corruption yade a hank of perception na didi nkofo tirim pa ukokuma se a metimi abobo baby including omo papa back was organize groups nkwa 126 for MPP ogina no okana se ma record be ebi kura ebe sho ebe ye onwanwa so ogina ho a wo kansa enti no ne eba no nye nyina na obetimi aka se eni mi ready wo document enti no so ye politician na hu bibi sa but naturally ne sana political parties tie ade bi ofin se be ha no say obeji onjo obeka se we bogus me feel say do don kra beka say bogus but CDD so bi anim say omo ye credible organization a omo research bebre omo aye na e ebem entimedia aban ne beti a onhwe ne enye no onye ne ye na yenko yanim since ye beka say e bogus enye kra na doctor nso kan sem bi e ho no me ne nya adwen o say ye to aba
me doctor
okay lawyer o say ye to aba nansenya na nipa eto abama na nano eye 51.1 enti enye possible say dodo na be den ebe se omo adwen na answer eye logical because nipa timi se sana adwen tembia what you say enie man kinkiti bu a me pewasem pa o kira betimi aye me no obeko a me no nkasa bi enipa adwen enye entwren faako enti enu ntimi mfanye argument say because of na adunya 51 enti no se obi aye survey say eye say ya enti eno de enti ma because first quarter your researcher here in fact predictions are me here fire outbreak armed robbery cases ritual murders will be up or him be up on Facebook go 8 February na mde asam no to na me kan say bet twas wa koso sa up to May after May no me san be kan say e be san twas wa ye den akoso enti wo hwe krono Ashanti region say mobile phone for no krono ne niema akoso ne awudi akoso etete nkofo a any I to say
Mr. Barton me ntwa no me say ka say obi antwa no yonkwa no but you see o ka say say na me krono beba file grade beba what be our research now they can say this thing will always be with us.
But the magnitude.
No,
listen.
Listen. Put it out
listen.
There's no time in our history.
Please. The magnitude. Go and look at Niama Metre. Any Oma me granting interview ma or radio, including
no. So the fire break, for instance, educate me. So your research.
No. Listen. I deal with intelligence. I'm a researcher. I deal with intelligence. Nye minimum me be a winning.
Well, I'll give that to you. Listen. Because fire break, I don't know how a research will show say there will be fire break in 1 month.
Maybe doc, my doctor Ankasa.
Okay, sure.
Enuntina men per se CDD for report no. Yebeka sabe enye kura. Because ebia ni onim no unim so nya niema nyina so na onipa obetwro because yen say nya niema nyina na yetwro nya niema nyina na mabetena yekra meka niema bi wa oyam dem nka enti eto da bia ne yebepone ho aba no opa no agya since yebeka say ebia yebeka sem ebegu organization na yede animu ase eno de fin say enye ne kwa papa so no
okay be that say papa doctor Agya
Papa, medim ayedinga ma.
Mekai asa
Kwame asante. Yo. Meja medas. Na nkomo ayede. Mi tie ayede. Mi wura lawyer, minim ne din yewu.
Lawyer Dako.
Yo. Ne kasemu no. CDD report ohun bibia wo. Efe mi tie no o say sample size was 2002. Right? What was it 2004 and 2002. Now, or can say, or a researcher, one wedding, send what should I identify? Was it Ghanaians, Ghana for Nakasa. Nanko, he say, who say, o se nipa ye no won kasa no respondent no sa no wokani mi wura no meribam a kire ne ma bi enyame na mekasa ma CDD dawi menya adwuma o mekasa but the research ye nyina ye wa hai obi ate ne ma bi ase so wo ye researcher population unfa ni nyina wo kwa sokwa na 10,000 interview obi a dawi wo fa sample nipa kakra bi science abodi mu hwehwe e kire se wo fa sa dodo na e representative e gina wo ma wo nyina yes when the statistics focus out what you 15 every 15 ko you can generalize for something yeah what can I men name Adam for be Dr. Note former head of statistics department near ma bi church near ma bi wo sa near man but yam ko enunti CDD ko mountain so no wo say one sample Ghana baby a minim baby a wo ko ye won interviews but wo ye no one in nipa 2,400 na kasa you ubisa won ha wo be kyerɛkyerɛw NFA also nim nipa won kasa me ye sure say ubisa CDD a wo kyerɛw ye interview eyinum na ne kasa ne mu no so ka de bi me no nya adwene kora o se bia in favor government me nya research say me ya me favor government ndabi eni baby ada ene na nya research na just wo no wabo wa adwene mo pause me ko bisa say na me nsa be ka say enya research wan na mum wo ye research na nia ebe pue fi maba no eno ne asam no iyo nti obi eni wo ye research o say in favor government dabi eno de me wura no waka na mum me nya adwene ba kokora da
so all things being equal o say it me nya bia in favor government but anyway you go ahead
manem ka obi a
iyo say in favor wo betuma akoya ade no kora eri mfepo bia na no so ye say CDD report no is skewed a certain towards a certain direction say adange nia for baby and no me dey say wanye fair to CDD wanye fair no esa ne say obi enu obakwa bonten say CDD dan no benya wo say okoye research no their support party eyi ane yi na respondents na ayi won kasa no sa sample size wo bi sa statistics for obaka jo say correct wo be kire me menya statistician but wo bi sa obaka jo say niam oye ne ntisa ankonta no say yenima aya mempese yabako and if nipa won kasa any questions will be sa won say no can be so uko baby to say kumase kra nipa bi be kasa in favor of say and no more researcher ye ways anya mani nia nti ye wo se ne ye baby a ye interview ye kwa ha ne ye ya balance ye nkunta bebre nti eme ya say CDD fu ni anu nga chekere sa anya mani munya but me kasa say as also a researcher and nti ne wo mu ne say tell me where can why a researcher you enyo Ghana for akasa kyerɛw nipa won won kasa nti wotie na sopam na wo dia ya adwuma sa wotie ase you afei ne kasa ne baby no wo say ekowie say wo friend dem o say the wedding ho no me ne ya adwene say won kase respondent nipa ye no won kasa ye no ho no me ne ya adwene na mom na me feel say won so wo use na say loose concept say you but me je di say obi ati ase obi a we research wunim say respondents na won kwa kasa ndi won no kasa na mum wo kasa fi Ghana so o ye Ghana fu na kasa asema won mewie no ma ba sa niema no na komanim na ye hwe report na ye hwe niema fim wo hwe report ni fa bia citizens perception about the reduction in the president na Akufo-Addo's vote margin so what you say wo so so ya wa kire niema bia ma na aba so tewe abatu ade ehu hia or research esa ne se akwani aba no ene ne anwene se abanyi to so me je di se aban no so kra na akrache for research for won ato ngagu monten so wo hwe nia ebai eye den na obi amanya 1 million se what you say na efede eso atew na aba 500,000 aban a otisu yi oye interested opeso behu na watuatua eniti na masa research e ya sempa sani ati bia no ubenya bibia fa wom yo na wo de akọ niema no wo ka bi no baby a ne kese wo o say president performance o say president performance 18% yo wo hwe say aban ne bo no ho modern den wo songs no wo say percent just say anso ngani enunti na san entewoso no ebai efi o say MPs and government appointees performance 19%. O say MPs won amo ho moden kura Ghana fo na ekasa wo yewo na won we interview no wore chere say 19%. O say president policy decision and action and also 21%. Mayamra ayi wo friend den sa asem no so hwe biribia no yen hawa ye wo mem ha no say MP4 ana won epre mrahye bagua no ekugwa no biribia ra no aya wo hyebo wo constituency menzin ho meba meye loro kwan meba meye sekania na so bisa wonse
wo ya na
wo say to me na wo wa na so wo ho akande ana parliament we MP anyi wadwuma no ore kan ping obi ya oye MP na adwuma no so hyemra na edikan efe who play representative role ugina ho ma wo man wo mansin se wo tiase se wo be ko bra no wo be ko nti ne to ka ma won se wonko na wonko bogua mansin ho constituency ho na wontie ne ankrofo ka yew na efe wonfa aban ne ma oye wonko kan kire wo yi nti wokọ ha wokọbọ aban nwuma oye no wokọbọ ne dawuru wo ho na won so watie won won anum asem ne ha won na won so wode abeto parliament anim na akọka abansa MP na adwuma ne ba akọnenen na fei wogina ho se wode nsamba parliament a wogina so no wohwe no woka no ho niama ba bia ni ho se won adwuma ne se wode mpuntu na eba won mansi dabi won na won afa asem won kom na abeda nkontonkro de se won kom a ehunu na won enunti ukwohye sa abon na wantuma anya na afede nkrofo anya say o kan won na biribia no so aya won abirihye mo say won a wowo aban won aban ewo power no won na aya won kasa ne yeden sa esan so nimsa na aban bekwa koye lor kwan na aban bekwa koye nsu ne sa ne man enunti say wanya sa de na if you say hwe yenka ade bi say won ato aban yo biribia e kan podcast o say rational choice perspective mento abase ne fe ne denti nyamenya fim nkrofo bi hwe mininsu wo be ya mama na meye maye wie ma bang not so mi so be ye na me de mitumi ama esa ne se ye woni ma ye hia nti sa bang party bi obi betuma ma ba meto aba man nti obi nkoto aba se eye fe eye de sebe dabi ni obi nya fim e ka ho enu nti se wanya hwe wo ma eye na ada ani meto aba meto atia sa ni pani bi won na wokasa ase won na kasa ase eno nkoda efei o say so wo hwe president policy decisions and actions are bibisa me ho say wo kai say yere kwa abatu what in some bebre aban nyuma oye bebre 1D 1F aso abapa ayenya nkrofo planting for food and jobs ema nkrofo nyuma wo hwe wo friend dem wo man nkrofo nyuma wo niema bebre aban ye aban antuma mo sa dawuru no ankwagiri bibisa me ho say dan azamuni se why adwumani ni wo so sansa fade ode kire aban adwuma fa nkire na du baby a ne wokan ni free SHS men kase free SHS na enye o da bia na meti peace na meka ni se nye mekonkua na wode ya nkwan wode nkate abe bomoni ne niema enunti aban ne wa ye nyina adan na won modawuru free SHS eye yade pa ebuo man na ne wa ya aka won aban adwuma mo sa dawuru no enunti nipa bebre ehu aban niema wa adanse dedi pefe se niema ni bi wo ho aban aye eye fe eye de na yakono anta bonten ma mfa ba ko be bi o keta se no pro corruption wo ka se ba kwa koto aban wo se airbus corruption niema ba e bai yere ko campaign yenti nimbi se sa so na mo kan e no kwara nen if se sabre na nan ka me hwe se aban de ba bonten ne mu aye den wo de push campaign me monitor campaign ni na ante sa akasan enunti wo ye sa de na ayi obi adwumu na ne awo kan eno kwara na enye no kwara won za de sa de no koti aban efi hwe performance e ding din aban hwere deputy ministers and ministers over 30 e den bibi nkoyi hwe abatu efi constituency na efi constituency dia na chese this year aban krache wo ho no o hwe se ne mebe aban krache no adan no tena se ne nsu fa nipa 33 sa It is a baby culture. If there are no aban nyuma doso, BNI wo, national security wo, wonyina wo bua ban adwuma mai. Nti dem no tena se na nsufa se nipa nyina. It is bibi anko. Esan se mem monitor de no. Me de mani de achi me hu se won hu se abato bebre no eye messages. Se na eniem ehu hia research. Me ma ye research ehu se o memu ha ne message e number 1 here the economy. Yere ko abato no yemfa nto nchen se na covid abesen yenkom na bang na so economy no magina ho a eye fe na ye de na ye akono se wote ase nti ye den na won ntuma mfa anye campaign na anko nkrofo adwinum e wo constituency wo no kire se this is no ebi anyon adwuma regional minister won so ye den if say we messages na o ye to aba ye wo national one wa ba regional na wa ba constituency specifics constituency specific no me hu say won anya de wo ho enu nti niema bi wo ha wo be hu say wa kan ho asem constituency enye no nkura no mo hia ebisa ba ye niema bi bebre say wo tere wo ntaben na kan obi a sa dewuru na nko nti aban ye adwuma o na aban ye adwuma enkodu nipa bi ho enu nti wo be hu say DC no so no wo trans wo ho ma sa niema bi betwa mo ho a ye nge hu hwe na enu nsunsanso ni yenko o say NPP decrease in MPP seat. And no, Machire ma yanko. Also increase in MPP parliamentary, NDC parliamentary seat. No, what chere. Also, baby oka kakra. Also NDC campaign and candidate 15%. MPP MPs non-performance 22. Yo. So wa bang wa bengma. O party wa bengma. Adwuma wo so pa. Say dodo no hwehwe say obeye adwuma pa esanse wo no wa aban wo ho e say so wa hwe o man ha nia na aban wo ho no biribia no wonya ne ma ko won constituency no ho ne ma de ye den na NDC fo wonya more seat hwe o man ye po yampo e two party e duopoly political science ye kan two party aya na nkofo bi ntia ase wo fro say parties no e ye bien na bi ye wo more parties na two have the political wherewithal to win power and form government. Ebien, we your many ya. You party bit me win power. Say NDC and MPP. Be new obi. Tell force and uncle can. Young research, actually say, many men research. Says if in 1992, basic 2020, who can minor parties, your from political science, half parties. South say, half parties and dwarf parties, you know. When you know what can one wording woman, one can beyond 4%. Over the NDC and MPP them. Into order to aba say no umpo NDC and we near MPP be winning. And nunti say abang no nipa bi susu say omo ne homoden a say what you say. And na wo je say party we na be bo ne homoden intimide aba no be man. O nsa ankonda no. If say nipa bi baka kire say oh MPP nyaade NDC nyaade. Na mom meto ma aba ma sebe e bi CPP anase PNC di mesen. And intimate Bamu back. So what is Agasan? You can. It's an onim say. If you 1992, this is 2020, one could beyond 4% here. So our parties na men no debia na make say. Ninti etesa na say. Oh no men say ehwe ne maybe here. Minchi small parties and we here. Na mum electoral commission untumi mfa na nsi for me. Adenti na etesa. Hwe omeni mra kire say. So wo form party a. It is say yehu e wo mensi you niema bi ene ne do senia ededi wo ho. This electoral commission say what is amra ne adwuma nti party bia bebre so ra no aba na meme how am woman say party na wo ba bebre ne nyame yaw na me how woman say da bia so wo hwa research actually say ye rekọ elections a na ye kọ run off na e small parties na de yenko na bibia e abatu wi nko na electoral commission ka kire yen say for the first time abani yankasa na otumi tua abatoka of funded party bibia the donors and a funny party. Who can Professor Jimambo do article be Debia Mekasoba, Mekasa Miboding Ede. Also the cost of doing nothing. Say young Jenny, na Debia donors, or men funding election. Now that one man we are in constitutional crisis. So what I say, Esan say, young Ankasan say, dear me there say about to commission. Any I'm being born home things say last election no obi tue sika ehun sika nyina obefa. Now what about these smaller parties no about to commission nansi forma bebre no bebu na young aye adwuma nti saa ho no nchiremu a ewo ho ne say Esan say abang ye adwuma so wo hwe economy na aye niema influence voter choices number 1 no okay ka o men nyina egu form wo wiase ya abang ma so gina ho say look COVID wo ho na mu mbom ho but abanga mo sa de wurun na wa yade na wan fa nchira kina no be hu yo
say over me 1 minute na me dey I react small 1 minute okay we are okay so I just wanted to make a small point say minimum painful make a good point but we have to understand say statistics no you can say why statistics as a yen sumo e bi so statistics e dey control we have to understand that I am not here to attack CDD but we cannot also say CDD is sacrosanct yes so it is important I wanted us to put that on record
and so that so me fe imram say entina me so wo kasa bia you can say wedding
yes.
So osi Ghana fu nyina respondent me agree with you na me kire say ade ho no e betuma fa ba wom ene fe na dodo ane say wo hu mimi say ne me dekora wo ho no say abenye ye owo mfi anan akwantu na mum eyi 8 months enunti abang ne betumi esom na odan ne ma biani na so abapaman
yes
so what you say
as you see my last point before I go over some of the questions Obusa they say one of them responded was 57% of them said they had no confidence in the government's ability to expand the one district one factory initiative. I mean I don't know when they did this but Obi Ogan Habia said indeed that is not the case. One district one factory is being expanded across the country. Now my last point about that corruption no how did they
okay so be a logic no universal affirmation we be no problem
but you let me can I make my point after that I'm sure you can come the thing about 62% of Ghanaians not having confidence in the government's ability to curb corruption the way it was captured to curb corruption and official impunity that is how it was captured so you put corruption and official impunity in the same bracket then you ask somebody say how do you rate the government on this very confusing what is corruption and what is official impunity and it's media they are making and say a baby woman ban no be free ma ban no free but we must also let them understand say enye bibi omu ye bia na ye so sacrosanct say we should swallow it hook line and sinker that's the point I wanted to make
but I'm not I will be a question be corruption and impunity because any your friend and so better say na you will be a friend pray your friend then lecture or pre-survey discussions and one yama na sa na me ye pilot studies na ye bisa questions say question ye bisa yi mu am wo ha mo de kwakọ administer question no what you say then nti ye correct sa na me ni nyina nti obedu field hon na me wura kan no obo say ni ba no wo bisa na what you say kora is say no be pose question no obeti ase nti research no ye wotan
nyama bebre ne ku ma na yesa medase pa Queen Bloggy or say brother this coup would happen if our leaders are not greedy and power drunk. Citizens are happy for the coup. That is a CA war, Guinea. No, Master Planner Junior Kintampo said, ex-President Mahama, if you want to come to power, tell Ghanaians your alternatives with good manifesto and policies like free senior high, NAPCO, 1D, 1F, planting for food and jobs, etc. Do or die cannot win election in Ghana. JDM never again. Innocent Jude, they say the Sakura man has an MPP blood within. The way he talks shows it.
Oh my goodness, the Sakura
be neutral man. And stop being on one side. Before he was pretending to be neutral, but now he has exposed himself, defending political parties when they do bad things. Awuduphobia or say Agya Kwabena, ECOWAS must be blamed for the Guinea for what has happened at Guinea. What action did ECOWAS took when the Guinean president was trying to change the constitution and be re-elected again for the third time? And ECOWAS the Sanope Omaji on share pa. We should say Ghanaian mistook Mohammed's they be what did mood do anti with that say. Yes, Mahama and some Baba Muntini, Yanshia no pre. So what say do or die no? Any who some said a man for interpreting no. If you say a person Kumba, if you say a Hunahuna, if you say a Tokwaba, or you say there be I see a cocobo ball, one way defender no say a cocobo ball now, Kotokoni has and a blast has. I ain't be African Cup of Nations yes we say yene yes Ethiopia 1-0 na South Africa 1-0 there's a point near Onusa it be a last match be a bono e be no do and die first na sefo dia mapeda da mahama kan ye what nya kwenti interview na so waken kan de o kan ye no a sa do or die na o kan ye no wo wadwen kire ene wonte ase e won nsamo kan ni nyina mu ene ne sei
Agya my dream training menti ase ne se enya dia o kan sem ne dia agro se ka ni statement no na obekan a na nka yen analyze sane na summit na o kan omo defending no omo so a omo cassette ya eye Ghana sa na akoye tema na akufu ado kan o die bi da ye hu nkofo omo defending ye ene nkofo so omo kan se enya asempa the same thing na anso esini na me maka se me feel say na enya sema e was say bia nko kan no sabri because ne minim ne say Ghana for empe basabasa Ghana for dodo na mini won no se sabi oye ohia ni na no ho kire no kra ne se entokwasam ne basabasa bia ni ono obekọ obeba abeda opene saa sense bia obenya sika na sabi obetu akotena wiram because won't be medafi saa na mi nti no ya besere mpanyimfo no 2023 ho kone de ento abona no beye din nenso no moma yenya kasa ebe ma botoye mu aba se ne emeka no ye mu bi no de wa ye adwumanti 2024 no ye afibia me no me fin se ebe ye din pa se ya ntoto ye niam yi a ebe ye din ama o mind because MPP for ebe ye so mo mpene so mo de power no be ma NDC na NDC for so ye o ma je se power no de o me de on beje nti ya hwe ni ya na ya me ye kasa ne ye ni ye bi a nya de asum bi be ba me fin se o man no ebe kwa hu hia
we de wada ma wo kan say ni statement no o kan ye no se betumi aye yi a I so then some o kan no kakra bi e wo ho say we were robbed but we accepted the verdict for the sake of peace. But I want to state here that the next election will be won or lost at the polling station. So at the polling station, it will be or die, or it will be do or die. And also I can say, we will not cheat the MPP, and we don't want anyone to cheat us either. And the right thing must be done for a peaceful and transparent election.
Mira, answer na baba. Anko bo original audio na nanka yemfemfi wo eyi no bi wo ba ko ho a owie no bakasai eno so kam eno nyina afrafre yi original a ni dikan ka nkrofo no boya
ka beti mate ode odandu si a be mo na ode no aba
enti no wo hwe tone na ode kan asem na so wono onim se election de eye den a polling stations na yo enti wo ko no wakofa wo bi a sabi wonim atwro onim akenkan na wantimi ama yankoleti o results we ya den abelusu ana maka ni probably say election bi enu ye free and fair parties ni mienu obi anya nyonko a wia no enti untimi meka ntrem so wa nwia obi na obi bi wia o sabi obi enu ho no mo angel NDC fo nya on be wia MPP fo nso nya on be wia enti no say wo ka say do or die na che say twema mentwe o ani breso because wo wa ye wadwen say wo ye no MPP for nso abe o adwen se o in fact we na waka no ama MPP for be da o ho so e wo kwan ya o be fa so o be toto o mu niam bi wo polling stations wo se ne NDC for nso ka no enti me fin se niam bi wo ho no ma o mu ma ye nya ho abotre wo bra ye nkasa ma enkoduru pempenso bi a e de o man ne be ko enhwenya na se ma o kan de me de mimi mom de me fin se nya de a o kan de agro bi se nyo ono nkwan na matis wakasa omo chairman so ofosu ampofo so batie no ni vie bia o kan similar thing won kwa de use word radicals so enti no eyade a e kire wo se eye nhwehweye a amanyoko na trans se ombeye but me feel say eye se mbeye nhwehye na mu yenye nhwehye a emfa basabasa be de ebeba wo mem na se omo pulling agents a omo ma won tete yie na eniema bia me feel say kebeboa won no omo hwase no muntu hu anama because sabi your research aye ni hu niema bebre a ekutia NDC fo am fin so mutu hu anama wa ebeboa ni hu niema bebre nso a ekutia MPP fo enti wo mo ani nko polling station ho e hon de beboa na emo wo penipa a wo mo pepa ma party no na wo mo ni sikachi na wo mo ni party no ehwammo because ye hu ni esi ye 2020 no ebi share that fresh from me person me kan mu asem bebre enti no omo nye sa adwuma
na the bro anu yi a ode maye say yes one twen san no o say anu yi a adu yi ode maye na kire say eye bibi ti say eye kasakoa abebuo nsem bi o ha wo kan won kan ne tin ana say wo person twi obi adwene si bibi so a wo say da be si akanafa enti enye se ebia wo ka se ntokwa na bibi na mo no eye kasakoa na ode kan no sa anu yi ode mai obi bebi say brofo kasa no kan do or die no ne nkyerase a ye behunu eno says brofo kasa ebia kan say mamehwe ade bi wasisi ana me say me producer da Roma o send ade bi mama o say mamehwe na me monitor wasisi ana yenhwe or say definition of do or die persist even if death is the result.
If you want my
or dictionary now Oxford and now or free mu at the buy and Oxford and now ba konsunye or say it's used to describe a critical situation where one's actions may result in victory or defeat. The Oxford dictionary meaning for do or die and I'm a producer I send me why
Agya Kwabena din de Agya Kwabena say asem bi wo ho a wo beka no aha enyamane asem bi wo beka no ha eyamane wo se ne nkofo be fa no bre na o kan asem no eni komo anu omu die na o de kan asa asem no enu nti no wo defend say den a dodo na adwen ye on say papa yi sei no waye o te na me kire no oba bonten say nye saa na o kire ba dodo say na bagie di say nye saa na o kan obi kura say o kan ye na apagya ni nti no wo ye de o be kan saa ye de atete no ubusa nkofo ebra enti no me de me fin say every way nye bra e was ye kan saa answer because na go forward be kan all die be die no ye mu bi no ye kasa pa o enti me saa na was won ye o be kan so no ye kan kire say ye wura mahama ebre no ye wo mu no de ye pa achew ebi a ye pasem a ye beti asumdua asem ne hope ade be ma ebi a daachima wo mo be ba beto aba na se wo ba power no san ba bi won a enema a wo be ye ana enema touchma wo be ma ebi a atoto yi ama ma nfi se ye tie san asem na be boa sen se e be ti se ekoye statement a e be ba concept obi be ka controversial statement a de echinejie ne entrase ahodo bebre aba no tama wo de be cancer from aku enum hwe normal of days ani pa be cancer asem me fin say eno no emo enti mo yen cancer a e de abotoye mbeba me ye chita afo no nso na yen den enyi ye chi no mu nsia
anti obatampa Francis Esian wo message na ni nyina agu ha ma hu ni nyina me das papa me kenkan ama researcher Mr. Boatin ene o matisa na fi yatumi ahwe na akora me enchirechire mu a eni anu yi a kan mampani Mahamadi ba ya kire se 2020 aba ya to ye ni party echitafo ye ko police station and as a centers awodo ye bro ebinum etuoke ebinum wuyi omo de asam no ko Supreme Court unanimously no omo se omo de ko nyina no Supreme Court eboni nyina edigui enti no this time around no omo be make sure say omo di beda ho ewo polling center ho isanse ho na abato no kunimdi ene bibia ewo nti se omanene adin wo ho a na se obi antumi asisi no wo ho a obi antumi amu afa no so wo ho na se omra ne ye adwuma pepepe dia onu so betumi adi nkunim wo ho nti sasam na anu yi odi bayi no ebi bebi sase a dabi na se wanya kan wie ebi kwa kase se no kan ye no eya abato hyehyɛ ya no pese ye adwuma being vigilant and then be oka omukasa ono mo yadwe
Mira scholarly say vigilance is the price of liberty na we are vigilant wo de mra na yadwuma So what else? Want to mean you vigilant na ni awobeye na mfa mra kwenwa. Sabe what will pity you? Enko sifi. Yewura na kasa no kan. So wutie audio no kan na. O say police station or no. Ebeye do or be die. Do or die. So what else? Do or die. Yina wo hwe dictionary. Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary. Okay, do or die. I say having or needing great determination. So what you say? Na kase bia no context ehu hia. Ene sane a wo beka afa. Wa bisa wasem bi na ogi a wo de beto so. Sane a wo bebra say e kire niam bebre. So what you say? Wo hwe no a uhu say o say sa ye kwoto aba na ayi wo friend dem police station ho ebeye do or die. Where you nkomo na fi baby a ye nyina ye nim akobebe foforo. So what you say? Na eno no political communication no krampo wa mafiri ayi wo. Esa ne say so eno na wo person nkrofo te anase wo person nkrofo kira ase. Hwe ma mentwe adwene nko ne bi so. Political communication. So over 2004 Rollins the kase bi betu abonte. I will come back. What is akazan? No nkrofo bi say to come back to do what? If you can interpret, hey, Rollins person obey you. Rollins person say, so can say you got to a bar. So I would tell 2004. Crawford say Ghana will ban. I have said Liberia. What is Casano? Obi baby say, hey, then I say many. So what I say? Inti Casania cano. So what can? What the argument pabeka? One can send as a wakana. Obi a bit to make you one. As baby, if say one man who can say, Crawford interpretation one church. I say no one for enchira someone I say na eho na te say we a politician wo hwe sa kasa na any contest no Ghana e ya sefam enye nije masama meka ho ne ene den isa ne say you wo kana sa pe na nia wo nkan ya nkran ko kama nia wo nwen wo bedwen ama ene fei emma nchirechiremu yeden na fei senia wo kan contest na wo de kan no ya some for near mechanic say a asafam nene den my him say who say is it a new idea nene yet saka say wo men da na da yete ba ko or die be die na ne kufu ado kan na me how na ebie nyina anye kasa sabe he da bi ene den isane say emwa on kasa no wode your man na kasa bi wo ha wo ka na eya ahawadwene na denti na sane me ne faraba ne se yen agigye so wo men ha amache yentumi ntuase nkrofo ba kasa akasa yi yen ato aba ma no nge bedi o man so enu nti biribia no na eye obi se me nso me kasa akasa ya menya tumi nanka fade se anko wo kan sa akasa no obi a wo be kan sa akasa ne nga twa so nga nto aba ma wo obi a be gwan afi wo sauti ase yentumi mfa ye nansi form na sa akasa no koso sa akasa no wo de ahwe yetumi tire omu kura se abusua kuwi me kan ethnic group yi wonye wo ya de self wo yetumi keka sa akasa ni nyina na ye nga gigye so na enya ntini enyin aso aba na fei yeretew a ye mpese yetew na wo hwa asam ne fare ba kopa ne abato a yakoto 2020 so what you say yanga yetua political science ye worried how yen niam bi how den na how yen wo niam bi hu so wo hwe 1992 na yeto aban wo se wo awi abam okay eduka anye chiro stolen verdicts ye wie afa ye hu se won ekura meti tumi be ge ballot box no ngagwan ne wo ta won wo kai sa asam efedu baby na food soldiers amba wo be hunahuna won a wo meti kankren kenten wo be hunahuna nipa wa abato baby oto aba eno so bai say what you say ena nei yen introduce say ai abayen political equation nim a dangerous variable so what to aba krofo tutu etu papa nipa ewu den krofo eguan won aka aba sad no meme how I wom as a political scientist say wan hwe ni no nyame anya ngadom no bi betam saadi 2024 de yanko to baby a asamaba onyame mpangu asamaba eno niema ni bi na wafi aseteten sauti ase na eno na me as a student of politics how me say ya masade no kwansa abato no yeto yekoto aba na won abetutu atuo na nipa ewu na won aka aba wo de adana koto baabi foforo enya de pa nkrofo abekasa kasa eteto Ghana be hyew or die be die so and so that chimsaka wa boys sanyema etete wo men wunya wantu ase na enyin wuntumi ntie na American me ko be manka bi wochi me de anu aduru beba anu aduru ne de
anu de woyi
anu aduru ne edi kan me de me susu pa se ye pese sa ne me ye tuase a sa kasa yi ense emfata sebsebe na ha wo men ya ne ye hia ne se yenya campaign period bra wo ye campaign etese ba eye britia se bra wara o men yin adwem se sabri nti sabra na ye nu hoye no obi anye campaign afei eno be ma ebe boa yen
ebe tumi ayi sa
wo se ye kasa o man ne eye democracy ka na men ka bi nti ye ka ne eto asoma ye be adwuma afei ne eto so ye bi ye hia body bi egina tuku bi a eni abanga fa se civil society kura na wo be yi ku bi egina ho na se ku what the standard what is susu bi aba beto se o kasa aka se wafom wo ye se wafom wo ye sa ne man wo hyehyɛ sa ne man na mayen na obia ye nye campaign ne brebe campaign wo tra sa nkrofo no kɔ wo de ma TV fue mo fa no to so
I remember say
entia
say Media Foundation for West Africa no mo bibi say omo hwɛ omo monitor airwaves no hwɛ political party commentators
yes
wo mo kasa
hate speech
ene kasetia ne atendidi no em so mo ye ya
wo ye say na te say yenya ku onwunya ku na wo matu ku ne tumi a also nipa akasa fa ni din factor ene ne party ene ba bi odom fa to TV so na yentu ne so na onhuro no na wongu nanim ase na fe what country Ghana fo zento abaman ye won sa de na ebetwa afei ne edi hu bio and this for the proposal bi ba nansan o say 35 electoral reforms me no ya adwene wo bebre ba ko wo ma hu hia ba o say security bangbo ewo abato ne hu ne ma hu hia o say abanyi nye mra yenye omanyi nye mra wo de electoral commission wo de ne ba hyemu say bangbo oka ho now you who baby say oh electoral commission na bang boy then enye say electoral commission we sunya say ni okurotuo ana woto dabi na mum on the security for abetra say no dwen bang a wo bebo na me metua NDC fu proposal no so say one ma party fu nso ntina mu bi na wonyina if say Cambodia we experience ye betumi ahwe so ye wo susu dua bi wo Cambodia man ye basa nti bra wo reto aba no wo ko democracy ne wo ye ne say bra what you say agina tukuwi ku a wo hwe security wom electoral commission wom ene party fu wom a wo hwe bangbo bra no nti wo hwe 2 weeks na won aba hwe say niema kochi wana na won sakara aye fefefe yibetuma hwe saade na ye hwe saade na ohu nieba na say wuti owura mahama kasa na o kire say wuti sonso ya ekodu say won anye electoral system na ni entuma protect won nti this time around won ano wo befa ayi wo friend okwanso na won protect no defend na eba na sape wan we afianza nti se wo de saade ne bangbo no uma won nyina trem party fu odwuna no bra no wo ye Cambodia dia ebe bua ye na afei ye de ayoman na ye fe na ye
wase makwa kan se na che se abato obre no eduru so a bambofo electoral commission ankasa amani ko do wo nyina nkamoma bambo ene bibia nkoso tot e wo center ho
won hyehyɛ na ntibra no o se na otwe bi yensa mra bi ya ye meeting ye kwe na otwe bi ya kwe dan ne hu eyi yampe eyi nganye se nyese won abeto atwa adwene na won asaka ebe buo menyi na ne amiri wie masem ne nyina na se abato enye hunahuna abato se wo petumi enye ntanani enye henya enye kasa sebe entazum enye de ese oman so what if say I am interested say wo be so wo be oman na wo kasa be say oman a wo be oman no we na wo be ye wo pese wo be oman na wo kasa nipa bi be song so ekosi ba bi a wo mpe enye sa na wo kan ade na wo kan be eno kire say ye hwe messages a ebe boa dem kasa na meka ebe kan Ghana ne koma odi tu me ba eno ne hu hia eno ne hu hia
me dance papa yura Dr. Asante na yeteninka na John Darko. Do or die. Aye who or say enye adwene or the kind of and I gonna for aye watch it say. And so still now no ebinum say do sikasa no enya de okasa yie. Wo so wo tie chire na so wo hwe a said the Iran kind of a bro cano and baby or cano. And your confess so cano. I say, Missa, I walk pa. Once then I'll can idea for Sadu or Dini Chichimua or the Abbasang Sana, Abia, a Mofus watching.
You a million, Medas a partner. My corners on the main can seem to be Emfa Ecowas, sense me, and I say, Umu Jume dear, I be to drive mouth for criticizing woman. And I'm saying, on my any to do baby and seems to say a come a month for tears. ECOWAS, no, just the economic community of West African states made up of independent sovereign nations. Or maybe a ECOWAS be a Munibiano, what the no. And yeah, now a difficult say, a cousin ECOWAS for what's now on a way, see ECOWAS for what's now. We say ECOWAS would make deal so mudi, but it will be difficult to say we call another sovereign nation. No question say you way, and I say you way. The here and say SMBC. George went me and I say Ghana a president be when you come where the send the police. And I say send the military.
But ECOWAS a body. Into body nijina say body no emra e wo ho say. Odom body now weni so
it is a one ya you were free so I say it had this assembly no money man bebre no they act after the event this assembly next year we and sana but so that is where the difficulty so they need to engage the people especially say papa na tell me because they need to nka o some community kasa na go step it down but ni parisi tin mina mi krom no na mi krom mra se metimi asesa constitution na me kwasesa na
mitumi nya hwe
na maneka no ayede
mi answer na obakom memfa ba kon so wa asem no na to 1 minute memfa 1 minute memfa so na asem o kan sovereignty something I say sovereignty o men bia na hoden o de hyemra na o hwe se wo bedisu a obi ani ano kasa bia na mom we are sovereign state there are limitations ne popular sovereignty and any nipa wo woman no no so what you say young ne ma otumi e je afim sam and nti na ginefo aden na bra wo sacred constitution won anto abenti asala
exactly
so what you say nti one political popular sovereignty won aje fi wo hunsam to abeti aban and nti bibia mekasa na say so wo hwa aban bia onkoso na eye ne ma wo mpen enye otu anya aba da wo to aban mmeme fi meto abeti awo asem tietia na wo jaws ade ne to ho what trance na what's the constitution was a minimum sana wombrate say a referendum won an ekoto aba is that what you say but ye kire wo kire so ya wo kan won ya mana won abatu ni nyina so nwiemu ne niema
ho na nka me wie na
ka ene ho niema but ni nyina no say democracy say wo pese wo kuntia niema bi enkoso ya wo de mra na eko wo mra na hye wo nsem no ye den wa bato woto no de ti aban so ja yes some dey so ye sa ka say ya wo kan ayi wo friend dem do or die no ho niema na me kan ye na glorify political parties yintumi mpanish won enough na ya to abeti ya won gas am won wejo
okay doc me da say we ka say oji 1 minute strategy 2 but say
but you do me dey say 1 kan
okay so me sha say free there my panyida da John Mahama akan me kan say we will be a me respecting the power of my opinion that John Mahama because we say rising in politics obey MP be me yin the assemblyman ne the hono kra free obey MP obey deputy minister obey minister ade na ma John Mahama ho eye nika enipa bebre epenasem eye sede na osikasa John Mahama eye obi a na oye MP say debate ye dey kwotena table ho in the NDC at the time at least before 2000 and after 2000 he was the person that we don't know this is the new phase of the NDC because I mean as a political historian we know say NDC no because of PNDC they were a bit violent but John Mahama in the scene no MPO Obekasa okasa no bia akoma atodeyem. And it would your mama compare obi to say Toniedu and I say my own professor Dr. Jose Ayi nyame fa ne currency any ofuswan perform around that time na your mama was the person okasa no bia akoma atodeyem. And this is how me I have known former President John Mahama. And even when he became president, of course, that could be the Bubefu, any idea. But he's been a very well-respected, consummate politician all his life. And it's a bit assembly, I was a bit taken aback. Na John Mahama yana kasa sayana. And I asked myself because we will be a and yes, I feel be a obe tasty the presidential power. Why a vice president? I acting president. At the president, I should say, I a president, I'm an IFA. But the president more than 4 years, at least 4 years and some 6 months. And so when him said the presidency in the city, and when him said the Okasa a question a city, and he said, as some way say a be NDC communicated behind a kanya, obviously, and can generate this kind of interest. And nipa bebrebe susu eni akire sa enam so no why president da na ye nim se de nipa John Mahama ositie wo kasa yiye wo obu no ho ne kasa ho tie na nani atie no kasa kama na fe ekoba se now you are in opposition, you want to come back as a president biem na wo sha se ekase because this affair na ye to baby affair no sha se ekasa okoto. So this is the first time we are seeing former President John Mahama after his defeat in 2020 election. No, sure, say election 2024, a do or die. Look, I'm not interested in definition of what do or die means. Look, and that's what I made, the point I made earlier on. It do maybe I say, yenny or memory percent, who said, you named your cost, you named your papa no air can. Clearly, John Mahama, former President John Mahama, was speaking out of tune, out of his own political nature. This is not John Mahama. Very well respected, peaceful person, or Kasa and what this is not him. We have to make that clear. So Asano Okai, he was preaching violence. And this is something we have to condemn. We have known former President John Mahama. And it's in the Obiang. I see doing Kasia and a lot of people will just let it slide. But how can such a fine, consummate politician, former president of the republic, be speaking like this, preaching violence? Don't tell me Oxford, it means persistence. No. He knew what he was doing. He knew exactly the message he was sending to his people. And you did politics. It drew see to about the day of the election. You say elections are one at the polling station. You don't have to go and kill. You don't have to go and fight. To win election, it's about, of course, making sure, say, what do you what preacher say, we might say, we message, and I say, no, I bet to a barman. In fact, say, we police station here who said, and this if we cry, ye the do what, will be a uncle to a barman, independent person be uncle to a barman. The people from my other say, be your best and I should be to a bait. So, violence is definitely not the way. Okasa was say they were robbed in the 2020 election, and Nintina Okasa in the 2024 there will be do or die. How were you robbed? You see, and only question he has to answer, because you say election 2020 was a very fair election. What they call court, and that is how you fight the election results in this country. What they call Supreme Court? Supreme Court, it's now will be organized for about 3-4 months, to the extent that still doing Ketiana a court. No, he said that he was not contesting the election results, but how it was declared. It's no him say, Abana Yatua man and Nadu winning. When they were asked to present their figures, what's it with figures? And you say, and I said, but what they say, they couldn't present any alternate result. So clearly, you couldn't show to the Supreme Court that we are robbed. So why should that be part of your message to the chiefs and people of this country? You understand? So former President Mahama was clearly speaking out of his own league. this is not him. And it bothers me, it worries me, say somebody as respected as former President John Mahama will go out there and say this way.
Still
me mom dear me feel say adia afi na am say bi awakoda adwon ho kakra say now the kata bibi so.
Okay.
So you see, but for me this is the point. As some obekan no adia na aye this past few days nanado wa inaugurated 10 million CD projects yam and cassava processing factory. Nanado Washington could be another 6.7 million Ghana cedi rice project. Now, this past few weeks, Wakwako inaugurated another 150 million Ghana cedi factory in Takrade. This past few weeks, now, Wako Uti I inspected projects. These are the things we as a country we need to know. Say, Nipana Yatu Abama and I believe that it is up to the government to go out there and instead of, I guess, I shouldn't say wasting time. Instead of maybe spending more time talking about the former President Mahama Ayem. Yenka and Yeman and now do your call Oti region. I
am politicians here neka.
So let me just explain.
The for the share brand
time no ya ko na we the MPP communicators no am say ma opanyi adwuma bebo because any wo ye adwuma no
MPP communicators
because adwuma no enu an wo ye
ade am dem fi see na Ghana for the I see etimeti ase say ye wo man
wa say na wa ten ade na wa asem na wo kan wa jump a wo
Niema na mapeni akokoye no kan wasem.
So you are more than MPP communicator. I must be honest with you.
Mr. Boss, I'm just trying to let you understand. Not MPP communicator. See, say we have a government. Not MPP, we have a government. And look, yeah, and yes, someone now who say researcher now we. Who say researcher akoye ya say nipa maybe 8 out of this, as say 4 out of this, as say no. E fa no bebre o a woni mu kwa say bia yakobi factory bi water krade a over 150 million cedis okwa a ebi obekwa akonya adwuma. That's what was when you adwuma. So we need to let them know.
And then me kasa na me kan. Me say MPP law won go so esa say won am won adwuma ho dawu.
So Mr. Boateng and say bia me MPP job. It's the government of the people of Ghana.
Okay.
And it is, so what is the solution? I believe that since Sembi say now, we have to condemn it. We don't have to reward violence in politics. Violence is never the way to win power. Now say who person be winning power. Bring policies. It's in another project. What are your alternative policies?
Okay.
No,
na ka say a day 2 minutes we but me say producer say
one be a
me man one baako pe
baako
yo
me memoro
you want it
ne mbe say Ghana 40 ne say politics enye do or die affair debi enyo owo nkwankwa debi a contest of ideas say wo ideas bi adwene bi a wode your man na wode ba ne ebobo and if a referendum of your work adwuma wa ye wo be danedi wo so sansa fa de a ode kire na wa de di na fe ne atusu abie obi anwene da se na abagini unya yanka bi esi wa ha so wadwen sa yifu adwene eremu a esa ne se democracy no ye ma entim eno ne be boa ye se na lens ne stepan workan o say it is the only game in town ye momodi ne nso ne nyina
me da say Dr. Asa what would happen Kwame Dr. Kwame Asa Asante a political science lecturer University of Ghana akora me da wasi piso nya breba
ewuraba
anna owura Paul Boateng so a security and intelligence analyst mi wura me da wasi piso nya breba ye na me aminu akuma John Darko
me we musem da e wo mi o
wo da
me fiada
kofi
kofi o
ha ne kofi for 2 aha and so mo wi ni na so wo ye Kwame na me ye Kwabena na say kofi Kwame Kwabena ko mo ya say there's a me makoto
bu say din ni nyina obo ade no ne Kwame nya ka
na wasi pinsa wunya bre e ba ye de akomo twehwe ni nyina ebesi e wo ha ye ka nyina na ma ne kan kone na impuntu ntira e na ye ka we enye ntokwa na minimu say amafu bu afu ko Facebook a say de amafu si e to mane no anya sem kuma kra de nyina ka ho bi ena ma ne ye de mo ma ye fa bufuhyew enhye mu na mo no we ka na so susu se enye sa na so ka no enye sa na so ye no a nso obi a na wo de aba we de to a na wo de onte se ka bi na me ka bi me kra de me ka se kire wadwene na me kire madwene me fo se ye ka ne sampo anka no kra no ebeye na ye mo ama ma ne tumi ko ne mu esan se asam kase beba franka nsi so enti maye monsam no nwu keke ya fe ne tu fom ne hwe sanye bia koto bi ebobo hwiruma egu ya suma bi ehunu se asembiriba yehunu ne sa beboa ama yesia no ansampo ansana akwakoba tumi a ya pri nyina no nipa niti ene ya pri tumi no na se tumi ne ba na se nipa ne hu biwa tumi ne de bekoy e fanko bebia midin e de Agya Kwabena ye nyankopon ye hu aye adoma ye be se hia brefofo ya kramo da mu nyina ase ma mo ne hwe
Obenye ma me nyo don ma na me tatie o